That would help.
Hi,
Hi, I've just woke up. Welcome.
Pleased to meet you. I've just woke up.
just putting that warning because something's going to fuck up because I'm still half asleep.
Obviously.
When I get into the whiskey, things will liven up a bit. Welcome to episode 362 of the UK's longest running and, of course, number one show to do with vaping. That is, of course, the UK Vape Show, broadcasted from the UK. You're joined by me, Mr. Aidan from Little Bro Vape Reviews, and, of course, Mr. Adam from What's That Behind You? And, of course, by three people down there.
Three newbies.
Three people who are relatively new to the industry. You might not have heard of them. You've got Mike from Wick Liquor.
Good evening.
And I fancy one. We don't know what he fancies yet, but he does fancy one. We've got Nebs, and we've got Pugs from Fluid. You've probably seen the
Don't say
logo.
it wrong. Say it right.
The logo's down there.
We're allowed to say it this week. Fluid.
Fluid. Who are we going to pick on first? We'll pick on Aidan.
Okay, well, trust me, to have to go first. It's really nice to have the lads on. Before we get into this, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Mickey Love from the Late Night Vape Show, he set up a group, and obviously for vaping, if I can say it properly. I've not even started drinking yet. It's the UK VCA, the Facebook group. Get yourself over to there. There's all the news on everything that's going to be happening. And just in case we need to get a call to arms, let me just paste this in there. Get yourself over to the Facebook group. Make yourself a member. There's all the news. And if you've got to do anything like call yourselves in, you can do it there. You'll have all the news. So get yourself over to that Facebook group and make yourself a member. What am I on? We are on the Pure Max, which is my daily banger with some bar juice. This is the apple and peach, which is really nice. We've got the Geek. I've got all these out because I knew Pugs were on. The Geek Vape Max with the... my brain's gone now.
I knew you would, so I doubled up.
Yeah, it's the way to do it. It's with the K-Fun Light Pro. In there, I've got some spearmint from Lux Liquid. Not too keen on that. We have got the Centaurus with the Arbiter. We've banged it out. Yes, it's the DNA version with some fluid, which is the Lose. Did you say Lose? Luzu. I'm really liking that. That's really, really nice. That lemon's proper banging in there.
Yeah.
I've got that on the Arbiter. We've got the G2 with the Orbis, as I call it. You can't leave them out. We've got a bit of Rochford Project in there, which is the Curious Curdle. We've then got it's from Innikin. It's the Chroma R with the... I'm having one of them fucking days, you know.
I like that mod. I've got
it's a really nice looking mod with the Wasp Nano version 2 on there.
Nice.
Can't miss them out, can you? Pop that cherry, a bit of Shy Tots. Big love to the wonderful Jane. We've got the Supreme. No, it's not the Supreme. It's the Aromarizer V2 on the fucking hell. The Hadron DNA Plus. With some more. I absolutely love this. This is the Yorkshire Supper. I absolutely love that. It is absolutely banging.
Yorkshire Supper?
Yorkshire Supper.
Does it taste like ham and potatoes?
It's the supper. With a ripper last week, it's the supper this week.
Yeah. Like cheese on toast.
Cheese on toast.
Supper.
Yeah. And that's me. Let's see what sort of night I'm going to have.
That was Aidan, on to Adam.
Let's repeat it. Pure Max, all day banger. I said to Vic just before we went live, I thought I'd finally lost a pod. I don't think I've gone through a pod and it's died yet. But I thought I'd lost a pod, but turns out that the temperature control is really good and I forgot to put liquid in it.
That's happened to me a couple of times. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
B60 watch still surviving. It is starting to lose battery even more now. In both of them, I've got some Riot Bar Edition Red Raz in this and some Apple Blackcurrant in that. 20 milligram, direct to lung. Great stuff. I'm on the Aidan as a small child, or as I like to call it, Yorkshire Nipper.
I Oh, probably about that size as well.
From the wonderful guys at Fluid. We can say that this week because it did turn up. Do you know what, right? I said this before. If I don't want to spoil anyone's reviews if they're going to do it, but don't expect a tea, milk, and biscuits. It's a posh tea. It's a leafy tea. And it surprised me a little bit at first. Because I was like, oh, tea and biscuits. Is there a little bit of ginger in it?
It's not quality save. It's Waitrose.
Yeah, it is. Is there a tiny bit of ginger in it?
No.
No.
We can
Oh,
neither
don't
confirm nor deny.
Yeah, it's one of them, innit? It's a medley. So
Yeah. There's definitely something in there. Because I was like, that's not just a rich tea
Did
biscuit.
you see that then? Nick's like, don't try and start picking it apart. We're not going to tell you.
Don't start. You'll be fucked if you try.
There's a reason that we're not stocking it. I'm going to reverse engineer it. No, you know
Come on,
what?
do you know what it is? If you get a biscuit barrel, stick your face in it and take a big sniff. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I
But
don't know.
I actually built something specially for this.
Oh, look how it matches.
Do you know what? I have not got anything matchy at the minute. That's a Dead Rabbit V3 in
And white.
pure pearlescent white. But I did use the nice little build base that you sent. That's the reason that I built it. I was like, I could chuck it in a pod system, but let's give it a bit of respect. On top of the Vaporesso Armor S chunky monkey thingy. And I'd almost forgot how to really vape earlier on.
yeah.
But it happens. It's like riding a bike. I fell off it twice. And then I'm on.
Did you graze your knees?
Oh, yeah, I did that thing, where you fall down, you go for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. A graze hurts so much more now you're older. And then I'm on this thing, which is Riot's Disposable Fighter. I'm not going to call it a killer because
It's a
very
podcat.
disposable.
It's basically a podcat.
If anyone can remember the Click Clack that came out,
Yeah.
it's very Click Clack-esque, but that's the battery with a master power switch, USB-C, 600 puffs.
It's
It's
basically
not new.
a
There's
podcat.
quite a number of them out.
Yeah,
It's
of
a
course.
podcat now.
So it's a pre-filled pod.
Yeah. It's a podcat now.
But it's filled with the Riot Bar editions, and I really, really like them.
You'll be
So-
seeing
Do you
a
think
lot of
that? Do you think
disposables
that's
doing
going to be the sort? Like we did the 50ml bottles. Do you think that's going to be the way that these disposable people are going to get around it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they'll turn them into pods. Yeah,
Yeah.
they will.
Well, Elf Bar have already had the Alpha and the P1 system out for a little while, and that's just Riot's version of it, except I like Riot's liquids a lot more than I like Elf Bars, so...
Bunny, that's the name I was trying to work out. As you can tell, my brain's not working well today. Yeah, Hayati, whatever they were called. They did it, didn't they?
Yeah, and do you know what? It's liquid that I like, so I'm halfway like, oh, it's all right. It's definitely that legal grey area,
Well,
because we don't know where they're going to sit
exactly
with
that.
pre-filled
There's-
pods, but...
Every single time they do anything, there's always a workaround.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course.
yeah. By the way, Pugs, turn your mic up a bit, just a touch.
Yeah, and I'm on a hot chocolate and a glass of water, so that's me done.
Oh, that was nice and quick. On to Mr. Mike from I Fancy One in Wicklicker, who also sniffs koala bears.
Only at weekends. I'll have it said.
Does it linger in your beard?
Is what? Sorry.
Does it linger in your beard?
They
Catching your
grip.
tap.
They grip really tight at the back of your head, like
Oh, I
it's a
bet they
tree.
do.
Yeah. It's like the face hugger out of Alien.
Yeah. And just think, it's just in the right. No, don't go that
Oh,
way.
Jesus.
I
Aidan.
was going to go there, but decided not to.
Yeah, it's not 9 o'clock yet.
I wonder if they've got a big willy.
Really very quick. I'll tell you after. Really very quick. Pure Max, dead simple. Nice little logo on there. Thank you, Liran. And Mama Jamma,
I'm a jammer.
which I've got now at 50-50, 6 milligram. Thanks to Nick's little recipe.
Mathematics.
Will you do us a favour, super quickly? I know I'm jumping in your buffet, but will you explain to the guys and girls in chat about the 50-50 mix-up? Because I seen it on Facebook and I was like, "Ooh, clever."
Yeah. Who wants to do that?
Go on, Nevs.
So they start off at 60-40. If you add 2 Nick shots at 100% PG, you'll end up with 50-50 liquid. For your pods, obviously, it'll only be 3 milligram, unless you got 72 milligram. I know you can't advertise that, but I have done. Or you can add 2 100% VG Nick shots, which will take you to 70-30. Very, very, very near. At, again, only 3 milligram. But, you know, So it is. It's as simple as that. One or the other. I'll get some nick shots in between, and I found 60-40 good for borrow. I found 50-50 good for pods, and then obviously 70-30 for sub-on.
Well, obviously with the Pure Max, with the different pods that they do, you'd probably get away with it in a 6, wouldn't you, in a 4?
Yeah.
Pure Max can eat anything.
Yeah, it does handle anything.
Yeah, I mean, they'll run. I mean, if you forget all of that, it's on the side of the
It's on
bottle.
the side of the bottle.
There you go.
Giving
Yes,
you everything.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I've literally just got that with that and supping on a bit of that.
Yeah, Beaver Town. Oh, it's nice that as well.
Oh, that was short and sweet. That was
Well,
Mike,
that's
my fancy one, and Mike Licker. On to Mr. Nebs.
Dual barrel V3 with a dwarf DLFL. Got some Grenadier in there. What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
Benny told me how to say it, all right?
We're just going to ride it and ride it.
Real Danny Mini, of course, with the screen. It's got the screen on. And the tripod too. We've got some Luzu 3.142 in there.
Really nice, that.
Yeah, the Slim. Is it Slim?
Extras.
Vapor Exos, yeah, that's it. With some cobalt mixed to 6 milligram. I think I did it. Stubby with I ain't got a fucking clue what that bridge is. I just found it and I thought I'll whip that up. So I think it's a clone. But,
Can't say that word.
yeah, sue me.
He
Sue
said
me.
the C word.
Hey.
I miss clothes. I miss crappy clothes.
It's actually got no branding on it whatsoever, so I'm pretty sure it is a clone. But whatever it is, it's fucking good. I will tell you, I'm gonna go and buy another one, but I'll be lying. I'm not gonna go buy another one. The fluid PMX, Mr. Scottwood, got some Onyx at 6 milligram, and then the Pulse AAO2, the newer one, and I've got some vanilla custard in there. Yeah, that's it. Drinking
Nice.
Aldi Brewdog.
No wrong with that.
Okay, everyone, time to put your feet up and relax. Pugs, over to you.
I've made extra special effort tonight just for you. Just so you know. So, Infinite Mods, Skull Mod with the Spy Kumo.
Oh, I love that.
He's such a nice bloke, him, isn't he?
He's ace. Oscar.
Oscar, isn't it?
Top bloke. Got some Satsuma and Pineapple. I will say it correctly tonight because it's not our show. From Big Bazza, Pixie Juice. Satsuma in that is fucking incredible. Noisy Cricket V2 with the Voltro 25mm. In that, I've got some Serendipity. Oh, I'm setting it off, man. Some Golden Sunset in there. The old Steam Pugs logo lipo with the Asgard with the glass cap. In that, I got some delicious Strawberry Swirl.
That's nice.
What, the mod or the juice?
Juice.
The juice is fucking delicious.
Yeah,
It's one of the
really
best
nice.
strawberry creams that's been out for years.
Yeah.
The Revival Mech with the Iguana RDA on there. I've got some Whitlicker RDA in there, what's left of it, and I got a little tiny bit of that. Mike. And then on to, one more. The Hexome with the Nada. In that, I got some of my White Rabbit in that. Another big lipo, the Just Dance lipo with the Voltro of RDA in there. I've got some Aramax Elite tobacco. Notice that with that tobacco, you bang that up, and it is. I mean, it's nice anyway, but if you really bang it up, it is fucking incredible.
For something that's not a net, that Aramaxi is. Really...
Oh, it's Flavor tobaccos. You can't go wrong. Right, and now onto the really good stuff. The Seraphim with the Valkyrie, and that I got some Luzu 3.142 in that. The Foxy with the little Valkyrie, and that I got some Mango & Co. I've got the full range going, by the way, before you ask. I've got the Gaia with the Blaze and the Hussar BXR with the Vape Snail. Both got impeachments in there.
Fucking 20 past 8 already.
Wait, I'm nearly done. I'm not nearly done. There's about another 5 left.
Why we stretch over to 3.5 hours sometimes, can't you?
This is why. The Overkill DNA 400 with the 40 mil
size of
Valkyrie.
that thing. Jesus.
It's fucking well. just to put it into perspective, I've also got the same liquid in the El Cigar EYM with the vape snail bridge.
Looks like a set of Russian dolls, doesn't it?
Look, on a level, it's that
Fucking mod, you.
fucking ridiculous. Both of those have got Old Boy in it. What? Yes, you can have some crisps. That's fine. Moving on. Some little crappy mod I got off some little dodgy Scottish dwarf. The Elucia Mech with the DLFL Dvar in there, the Onyx in that one. Ultrona Sphinx with the Glas V2. In that, I've got some Grenadier.
Idiot.
Grenade, dear.
Vape Smart DNA 75 with the reload. In that,
I just couldn't be asked to wick all this shit.
Danny Mini with the Atmazoo Air. In that, I've got some Yorkshire Sipper.
You actually do anything else all day?
Last one. Vape Smart DNA 250 with the Osiris 30mm. In that, I've got some Mama Jammer. And that's me. I mean, I could really carry on if you want me to. I've got more out, but I'll be kind and stop.
Right back in the day when they were on about doing these flavours, I said, yeah, but just release 3 or 4. I just knew it would just extend his buffet if they did
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
The only reason I did it.
Yeah. And that was Pugs. I guess it's my turn. So, G-Class V2 with the Asgard Minion top. And on that, I've got some Oinks. Here we go.
Fuck's sake.
Got some Oinks. Oinks. I've got the Ultra, and I fucking totally you could notice it. Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
First thing I
Nothing.
went, wow, you're clean.
The back's kind of cleaned up as well. I've got all the tanks and drippers behind that cut and drying off because I chucked it all in an ultrasonic cleaner. Took 3
Like an
hours.
incubator for him.
There's that stand that you're going to give me.
What?
There's that stand that you're going to give me, that big one that you can put everything on.
What,
You
this?
said you promised it me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I absolutely did.
No, I fucking
You were
didn't.
drunk, but you did. I've got it on video.
Got evidence.
But if he moves the camera around, though, it still looks like a fucking bring and buy sale.
Oh, it
just all
does
over that
right
side.
behind me. It does, but I'm covering that bit up because I've been just.
He's done
basically...
fuck all. He's done nothing. He just grabbed everything and put it on his bed, just so it looks like he's done shit. If you put it
on the
out, his bed's
window.
covered.
On the window. When
It's covered in RDAs and fucking Quality Street wrappers. You know it.
Tissues.
Quality streets everywhere.
And an inflatable sheep.
Fuck off. Ultrona Thor 2 in purple, by the way, Bunny. Look at that. Purple
That is
Ultrona
beautiful.
Thor 2
That's lovely.
with the Fakir's mods Ion
Oh, crap.
version 2 and on top
Where's
of that and
Tank
that.
that should have been on that mod that you sold me.
Yeah, but it didn't because I'm keeping the tank and you got the mod. And that, I've got some of this.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing a bit of mouth to long. Very, very nice, actually. Very nice. Q Mini from SX Mini with the Osiris 25mm, and in that I've got some Grenade Deer.
Yeah.
Because I
Chill
think
it.
Grenade
Chill
Deer
it.
sounds
Okay.
better.
Chill it.
No, I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Pure Pure Max, and inside the Pure Max I've got some of, where the fuck is it? Who knows it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Some of that stuff. The last dregs of the Virginia NET from Drake's fucking phenomenal tobacco vape. I have got this thing. Not going to mention the battery. Not going to mention the
Right.
battery.
At least
I
that kind of matches with the greyish.
mention the
Kind of looks spacey.
got the little tighter in there, and in that I've got my peach custard. Still vaping in the peach custard because it's wonderful.
Can't beat a little tighter.
I'm fucking nodding off me.
Last one. So I've got Mike Vape's full AIO kit. I've got the Blaze AIO.
I like that. I do
It's actually
genuinely
not
like
a-
that.
It's not a bad bit of kit. So I've got the Blaze AIO with the Blaze Borrow tank, and in this I've got some Yorkshire Sipper because I fancied a
Boom.
cup of tea, and that's it.
I like the fire button placement on that mod.
Yeah, right in the middle.
I like that. I don't know why. It just
Right in the middle.
intrigues
It's
me.
just a very, very comfortable mod. Very
Yeah.
comfortable mod, especially like that
Ergonomic.
knuckle firing. Very
Yeah, it's
comfortable.
nice. And it works well.
It does.
Fires well. Yeah.
I think that's the first time, lads, that the buffets lasted until 8:30.
yeah,
Got
Wake
pros
up,
on now,
Aidan.
mate.
Wake up.
Sorry.
you will
Still
read
here?
with
Aiden, a little tip for you. Do you know what I've noticed? If you start drinking vodka again, I've started using that as a mixer, and it's fucking great.
Oh, it tastes of nuts.
No, it doesn't taste of nuts. It's nice, just like Red Bull.
Trouble with me is with me having diabetes, that sugar I feel shit in the morning.
This is zero sugar. Zero sugar.
Oh.
See, I just have tonic. No, say that sometimes I have Pepsi, but normally just stick with a tonic.
No, well, if you're doing shows and that, I've noticed because I stopped drinking beer about a month ago, and when I'm drinking vodka, it can just like that. If you just tipped it over a little bit too much, because I am a bit heavy-handed with the bottle, and you're halfway through a show and you go, you get a bit drowsy. Do you know what I mean?
It is funny that you said that. So Louise has said to me, "Look," so I ended up getting one of these.
A jigger.
So because what happens is you just start tipping, don't you?
Yeah.
And then before you know it, shit.
It's a fine line. It's a fine line when you're drinking spirits, especially if you're doing a show. You can go from having a laugh and being funny, and then you go, I can't sleep. I just need to sleep.
You mean like that was last fucking Christmas and
over the years? Keep you awake.
Yeah. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning.
Drinking vodka.
Yeah, drinking vodka.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Look at me. I'm fucking chipper.
I'm not being funny. It must have took you that time to wick all them fucking RDAs and RTAs to get. I'm starting at 4. At 4.
None of these have even got batteries in, mate. Don't believe any of it. Right.
There's your proof.
Because I did take a list. Ready for this evening. Watching.
I knew you would because Vic is a cunt, and he thinks that I don't vape them. What the truth actually is worse. The truth is I do, and there's more that I do vape during the night. But
what you got to think if it's from 4 o'clock till now, that's a lot of sucking.
Yeah,
I'm a pro.
So before we get into fluid and the talk about that sort of fun stuff, I want to know the ins and outs. Why did you guys join YouTube? That's one of the big things.
How did me and Nick get together?
Well, how did you join YouTube? What was it that brought?
It's YouTube.
Oh, I thought you said you two.
YouTube.
I thought you said how did you two get together? Well,
it's his posh
we had
accent
this,
that gets
but
in the way sometimes.
It was a dating website. No, well, basically what happened was, do you know Wafdam from Australia?
Yep.
Yeah, I know Vic does. I used to do a show. I run a forum with him called the Vaping Community Forum. Known him since the LR days, and I used to, when I was a writer, I used to always say I would never go on YouTube. I was dead, never. I was too shy to go on fucking video ever, believe it or not. Never going to do it. So Wafdam talked me into going into a show for Homegrown Alchemy channel was. It was a mixing show. And he got Nick in as well. And that's where we met. And this is 4 years ago-ish, something like that. And so we both took to it, and we both just became instant mates kind of thing. It's like a bit of a bromance. I shagged him, it didn't work out. So we just decided to stay friends.
It happens like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah. You think, yeah, I do, and then you do it, and like, oh, that's a bit weird. So
It could be worse. I had a threesome with 2 brothers, and then we went,
no, it's not what you think it's going to be. So it just kind of it went from there, and then we did the vaping community together. Skiing. Then we did the vaping community show
Plenty of fluid
with Kevin Reid, Creed, and Wafdam, and a few others, and that was great until it wasn't. And me and him have stayed together ever since. Everything we do. If one gets asked to do something, it's we come as a pair. So
Anton Deck.
Yeah.
Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
Laurel and Hardy.
That's kind of how it happened. And obviously, we're both mixers, so we had
Red and Rose.
Zippy and Bungle.
Yeah, exactly.
I never thought I'd prefer Anton Deck, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Please go back to Anton Deck. And that's what happened. And then we met a guy. Actually, it was through a guy called Danny Vapes on Instagram that used to be on Simon's show. We met a guy called Phil Karras, who is the owner of Black Rose Elixirs. And then we met his wife, Chrissy. And then we got friends with them. They put us onto Mike. Then Mike became part of the show. Then me, Nick, and Mike got together, and Mike told his boss about me and Nick and what we do. And then, boom, Fluid was born.
Here we are.
Well, that answers my question because that's what I was gonna ask. How did it all start? You just answered it. Spot on.
Well, obviously, you'd released juices before Pugs, and you as well, didn't you, Nick?
Yeah.
I loved your Slimer. That was really, really nice. That
Nice that.
really, really nice. So obviously, you did your stuff. How many versions of all these were there?
I say some went about 12.
Yeah.
Some were about 3. Some were nailed pretty early because you like, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Some we did twice and thought, fuck that, it's a lost cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was more. There was more flavors.
How did it? You know, like obviously, if you're writing music, you come together, or somebody does the melody and somebody does the words, whatever else. How did it work? Because obviously, you don't live that close to each other, do you?
No.
It's Wrexham and Manchester, so it's only 40 minutes. Well, it's 40 minutes. It's 40 minutes when you don't crash your car on the way.
40 minutes in a car crash, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But-
what were you doing? Were you meeting up, or was you like doing a version and then sending it, or?
No, we both got samples, and we both and we just all did a Zoom, and we just talked about it, and just collectively decided how to change them and get them back again, change them again, get them back again until we were happy with them, and then that was it.
Yeah, lots of WhatsApps, lots of Zooms, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lots of strained relationships.
Yeah.
So obviously, we were talking about obviously the labels. I think the labels are absolutely brilliant. You get some of them where they're just sort of, some of them aren't even straight stuck on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the labels on these are really, really nice. I'm loving the embossing.
Focus
Even
your
your
fucking-
logos at the back.
fucking camera.
The bit at the front is all.
Abrasive. It's like sandpaper.
That bit was actually all for Connor because he.
Yeah, for Connie.
Yeah, we're all inclusive with fluid, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you know when? Because back when I used to occasionally I would review liquids as well as hardware, and my biggest bugbear was names of liquids that didn't explain what was fucking in it, and I hated that. Hated it.
Yeah.
So not only do we do have occasionally silly names in our liquids, it says roughly across the top what flavour it is, but on the back you've got the full rundown.
Yeah,
And that's something we insisted on.
That's what I do like about it. It tells you what's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what you're in for. You can't buy it and go, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Every single liquid tastes like what it's supposed to. So if you don't like that profile, don't buy that liquid.
It's also really good for cheating if you're doing a juice review.
Yeah,
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to go and search the site, do you?
there you go.
So one question I've got about it is, while you was creating the range, and this is not to give away any future flavors that are coming out, but were there any that you tried and you went, fuck that, it tastes like arse, or anything like that?
We had a tobacco that smelt and like curry. I mean, it tasted good.
Really good.
It was good, but it smelled like curry.
Yeah.
It smelled like
What,
curry.
before or after you'd vaped it?
After.
After you vaped it,
And
it smelled all right in the bottle, but
and
after
that
you
was
vaporized it.
It was the 11th hour that almost made it into production. It was a message. I remember it. I came into WhatsApp and lads, we've got a problem. And it's like 3 people have come up to me. What's that fucking smell?
People were willing to put the the smell aside, but obviously you would get negative reviews for that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if it wasn't for that, then Old Boy wouldn't have been born. Well, it would have been called Old Boy anyway, but the Cherry Bakewell Highway 4 wouldn't have been born, and
It's better.
that's a hit. So
Yeah.
It's my favourite, actually.
You should have called it Bombay tobacco.
It was such a weird combination of smell, though. You just couldn't. It was curry. It was
Urinal.
stanky. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, we did one, didn't we? The badger's piss.
Honey badger.
Honey badger.
Honey badger,
and that were
yeah.
just fucking terrible.
It's the caramel. It's the caramel. Sometimes it can make it really funky.
Oh, this one, it was sent over by Vape Distribution like a million years ago, before we were blessed with many sort of naturally extracted tobaccos. And this one came over, and I think I actually refused to review it, because I said to Sam, who was our contact at the distro at the time, I went, one, I really don't like it, and I don't mind giving something a bad review, but it is making my house smell. And it did. It stank through the entire house. So I kindly turned around to Vic at like one of our first meetings and
Yeah,
went,
thanks for that.
Vic, will you do me a favour and bring an RDA to Expo? And he did. And I brought him the liquid. And Gaily Bops, if she shows up in chat, will say how much she hated me for this as well. because the RDA went into her bag, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, poor old girly balls.
She had to throw the bag away.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
Yeah, we got back in the office after we'd tried it the day after, and it was almost like homeless had been in there.
Yeah.
Somebody,
So that got dropped.
somebody shit in the bin.
Someone shot in the microwave.
Yeah.
It was so bad. But some of them are. I mean, you boys all know this. From a kitchen point of view, even I was a chef in a past life, and when you cook something together, it should work. But the smell of it is just grim as fucking arseholes, and you're like,
Yeah.
not really going to work.
Nick, how exciting has it been? Because obviously you've finished your job, haven't you? Which you never used to really turn up to, apparently. But how exciting has it been getting it all off the ground, getting it sorted, and doing it all? And
Well, I could use not having having fluid as an excuse for not having a job, but I just didn't like the job, so I packed it in. You know, fluid come at the right time.
Now I felt stinking rich.
Yeah, we're expectedly stinking rich. You know, we've got all these Lambos on order and all these houses that we're fucking buying with swimming pools and stuff. But you know,
you scunthorpe.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good range of juices, and I've got faith in it that it'll never have to make me work again. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got a Facebook page. Get yourself over to that, people. The word, everybody's not had a bad word for it. I've not seen any bad reviews, and I've not seen anything bad said about any of the juices.
It's not bad when somebody says it's not my cup of tea. Literally, usually with Yorkshire Sipper, it's not my cup of tea, but it's right. It's accurate.
Yeah.
That's the correct thing to do. We've not had anyone say it's a bad juice yet. Nobody.
No.
Actually, there's been one comment on what they call on
Vape Club.
Vape Club. They said, "Why did you put coolant in tea?"
We didn't.
It's what it is. I think it's the icing, the frosting on the biscuit, and I think it's giving the illusion of.
Yeah, I was going to say that. So I tasted it. You know, when I did the knuckle test, I could taste a little bit of. I didn't know whether it were a cool harder or what it was, but it tasted like there was
It's so small. It's so small.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's the icing. So
yeah.
It's the first time in a long while that I've seen the community hyped up for something. It is well and truly a massive amount of hype, but it's also backed up. And I'm not just blowing sunshine up your ass. I've only tried the ones. I've only tried the one so far, and it is banging. And I think you've done a cracking job, and I think the hype is real.
That Yorkshire slapper, I absolutely love it. It is. I told you that when I tasted it at Expo. Was it October or May?
It was May.
It was May. Yeah.
A year ago.
I absolutely loved it, and I love it now. And again, it does change with the different wattage, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
They all do, actually. They're all pretty. The layering is so bang on with them. You can tailor it to your preference of vaping quite easily by changing your build and your device, and that's why I've got several devices there with different things. And Old Boy, for example, between this and this, the difference is fucking unbelievable. This, you get more tobacco and your cherry bait wells in the back. This one, it's just cherry bait well.
Yeah, it's just cherry bait well if you're direct to lung and high wattage. Cherry bait well. Cherry bait well with a hint of caramel.
It's nice. I mean, there's a lot of liquids on the market that are just linear, and it's just flavour from the start to the end, and it's the same boring string of flavour all the way through.
Yeah.
There's no layering in it whatsoever. If you can get it right, that's what you're laughing at.
It's fucking Vic. He sounded like a fat kid with diabetes. Cherry bait well.
Yeah, but
you know what though? His mum's fucking apron strings. Fucking cherry bait well now.
If you like cakes and shit, and then you get a massive mouthful out on a high wattage, you are just like cherry bait well.
What we've gone for really is like accuracy. So whatever it says on the label, we like to think that it is a good description of what's actually in the bottle.
Yeah, there's literally no vagueness about it. What's on the bottle is what you're going to get.
Yeah.
I was recently sold a bottle of. Nick knows this. I've always had a problem with well, not a problem, an addiction to a toffee or butterscotch popcorn vape. Right, it's been my thing for many years, and I was recently sold a bottle. It was I'm not gonna throw him under the bus. It was not one shot. It was a bottle shot, wasn't it? And I got it.
Is that the one from?
Don't. And it was. And I vaped it, and I wasn't happy with it. I let it 2 weeks. I still wasn't. It's fucking donut. Why does it taste like bready donut? It's a toffee popcorn. It annoys me when they do that. It's like that's not what it is. You've clearly put fucking donut in there, thinking it's going to pass off as a toffee fucking popcorn, and it doesn't.
It's close enough, isn't it? We've had that quite a lot.
Yeah, it'll do. No, it won't.
You get that a lot with spearmints as well. You get it with it ends up being like a Murray mint.
Nothing like spearmint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing like
Or
it.
like a Murray mint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got a question for you guys. I need to throw it on because I noticed this when you guys started.
Yes, I can already answer it. I am taller than you.
No, you're not.
Nothing to do with the booster shoes.
No. So not a lot. I think probably all of the reviewers passed this when they looked at the label, and if you look closely at the very top, right, it says Prologue range. Now, the Webster's English Dictionary designation for the word prologue means an introduction to a novella or a long piece of writing. So what's the story behind the Prologue range?
I thought you said prolapse.
It's the first of 10 lines.
Yeah.
10 lines.
Yeah, at least.
It's going to be endless. I mean, we got plans. We got plans for collabs and plans for.
We're already working on chapter 1.
Yeah. So
this isn't chapter 1. This is just as it
This is
says in the
prologue.
fucking
yeah,
bottle. It's the
introduction.
prologue. It's not even the chapter.
Introduction, yeah.
This is us saying this is what we do. This is what we can do, and we're going to continue to do it. There's plans which I can't tell you about at all for our brand and our liquids and everything else going on behind the scenes that are far beyond what we thought were going to happen. And it's fucking amazing. It is amazing what's going to go on.
If you got any worries about, obviously, we might as well touch on it, about obviously what the government are coming out with, plain bottle.
I said this a few times now. Short fills aren't a nicotine-containing product, and they're never going to get rid of one shots because they're flavorings, and unless they go back to pre-nic, which is down to the company whether they want to or not, they can't touch short fills. So how are they going to ban flavors from vaping products when it's a non-nicotine containing product?
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. Do you think they'd stop it with the branding of it because it is actually used for vaping? You know, like they want to turn it into like tobacco.
Well, yeah, I suppose they could do, but then you got the option of putting plain VG in a bottle and combining the nicotine with the flavor and having 2 flavor shots instead of 2 nicotine shots.
I think the one thing that is that the UK is good at is workarounds.
Yeah, loopholes.
Yeah.
Loopholes, workarounds.
Once one big company finds it in the UK, that's it. They'll all follow.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with this. You can't do anything about that.
No.
True.
The thing
Just like you can't do anything about 6mm glass tubes.
You've already sort of covered your own arse in a certain way anyway, even if it was to go down that route, because the brand in itself is not in your face. It's very classy. And
it's grown up.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
And the one thing that we do as a company, and we've done it since day dot, is we don't go down the cartoony routes and the pictures
Yeah,
of fruits on.
You go to Boulevard and stuff like that, just plain.
Yeah, it's an adult product, so therefore it needs to have an adult look to it. Yeah. And the other thing that we do as well, and we've done it again since pretty much day dot, is we comply with CLP label compliance. So everything that is in there is listed under the ingredients. It's not just PG, VG flavourings.
Yeah.
Whatever is in there is in there. There's a hazard warning label on there as well. Because every short fill that we do, regardless of whether we release a salt or a free base or whatever, these go through the emissions testing process. So we have a full SDS data sheet, we have a full compliance sheet, we have a full toxicology report. So we can literally go, we know exactly what's in this short fill. And there's not a lot of companies out there that do that, and they should, because CLP label compliance came in officially as part of TPD. And we've jumped on that literally from day one. So everything that we put out has that full CLP label compliance.
If there's one thing I can say about wet liquor, it's that absolutely every single thing is by the book.
If we can dot it and we can cross it, we'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's annoying because the first label design, we were going to do strawberry cream, and I wanted a baby sucking a tit as a picture for the thing. And they wouldn't go for it. Apparently, it was offensive.
That was almost that seesaw moment.
I wanted to put "fuck disposables" on the bottle.
Yeah.
I did. I wanted to put "fuck disposables," and Mike said, "I don't think that'll go down well." So I was like, "All right, I'll leave it."
I wanted it to be called seminal fluid, but nobody would go for that either.
That's even better if you do a mother's milk. You can call it lactated. The whole thing is we're all up for this, obviously banning disposable, all the kids, save the children and all that, but I can't understand why they're going for flavours that have obviously got us all off of the stinking.
Because it's got nothing to do with the flavours. It's got nothing, everything the government are doing is fuck all to do with flavours.
Yeah.
It's hearsay within the government.
It's actually in the paper, obviously on the government website, it's actually there. They are going to be looking at flavours.
Yeah.
And they've also, Matt was just saying it there as well, that they are talking about the banding the non-nicotine into it as well, which is shit.
There's actually a paper on the government website. I believe it was made by an 11-year-old. I don't actually know how true that is.
Probably right.
It's a petition to ban flavours in vapes, and it's 63% for yes.
Is it?
It's bullshit. It's all, mate. If you really, we're part of a WhatsApp group recently where we're added to it. There's 693 people last time I looked in this WhatsApp group.
Fucking hell.
And it's called Stopping the Flavour Ban. Very, very, very clever people in this group. Like I've barely said much because fuck me, no. And I'm reading.
If you said anything there, you look a cunt, wouldn't you? Because
I said some stuff last night because I was drunk, and it seemed to pass. I got some thumbs up, so I'm happy with that. I'll leave it there.
One of them was me.
I said, was it you?
No, it wasn't.
I'll see that as a win. They've put these sheets up, and there's everyone in the fucking industry is in this thing. But that's where I'm finding these petitions that I didn't know were there, and these government papers that I didn't know were there. These guys are on it. I'm going to try and tag this WhatsApp to the UK VCA group. See if we can get the two together, because that would be nice. It's the UK Vaping Community Association, by the way, if anybody's wondering what it means. It's community-based. So definitely try and get those two together. But yeah, that's where I'm seeing his papers. And if you read into it, the government are awful. Awful people.
We were talking about it last night on 3 Minute Vape Show. Do you think it's like a knee-jerk reaction because they think they're going to get kicked out of government? And
Yeah. Of course they're going to get kicked out. Labour will be in October or November, whenever it is. Probably.
Yeah.
They're 50-50 on vaping, so you never know which way that's going to go.
Yeah, one part of them quite like it, the other part doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you never know. But there's more of a risk with the Labour Party than there is with
there's definitely.
Yeah,
I think the Conservative side that Richie's done at the moment is just it's a clutch for votes.
Yeah.
Look, we're here to
all it is
protect
at the
the kids.
moment. Yeah, we're going to do this and we're going to think about this, but it's been left so vague that people are like, well, do we stay with you to find out what you're going to do?
It's the fact that he thinks that everyone's fucking stupid. That's what I don't like about him. It's like, yes, everyone's focusing on the disposable ban, but he'll mention flavours because he knows no one will fucking pay any attention because everyone's focused on the disposable ban. But he'll mention it.
Yeah.
Then he can say he said it.
Yeah.
Fuck off. It's
It
not
was like
clever.
you brought up about the TPD about they're supposed to have certain things on labels, and if you go back to the TPD, we wasn't supposed to have any advertising either. But all of a sudden it was stuck on side of buses. You're not supposed to have posters and everything.
Yeah.
Just all
It
went.
was supposed to. It was banded with tobacco products, right? So, and then you go to the tobacco booth in a fucking supermarket, and everything's behind shutter doors. You can't see anything. But the vapes are on a big fucking stand right next to it.
If
That's
you
not
read
banded
through
with
it,
tobacco products, is it?
yeah. If you read through it, it's anything that is a stationary advert.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So if you like had a billboard and ran round a bit, you're fine.
Yeah, if you have a video one, or you have it on the side of a car or a bus or on somebody's t-shirt that's walking around, it's moving. So it's not.
But it's not a big
not always
floor,
there.
big floor standing thing full of vapes. Not a stationary
Ah.
advertisement.
No, because they keep
what I
moving
do
it
in
every
shop
hour.
is
You know, like, oh, do you, well,
Move it. A remote
What I
control.
do in shop is I pick up the display cabinet and just walk around for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, if you remember, Vic, when the TPD come out, obviously we were on the UK network, and we were saying, well, look, you can't have the because we used to obviously put up the company that you were reviewing for, whatever. You can only have it for 30 seconds, and you couldn't have it for so long. They were the guidelines, weren't they?
Yep, they were at the time anyway. At the time, and then we all just started ignoring it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely stretched a little bit and relaxed a little bit over.
Yeah.
God, what was it? 2017 TPD, 2016, 2017.
Yeah, but even then, it was absolute fucking nonsense. All of it was nonsense. Why shrink tanks down to 2 mil? It's just all they've done is made it a slight inconvenience.
I think it took like 2 days for the bubble glass to come out.
Yeah. You can still buy the same tank, but then buy a bigger piece of glass.
Yeah, which normally you get free with the tank.
Yeah.
It was one of them that it were based on old scripture. It was based on the old 10 ml bottles of 36 milligram.
Yeah.
And 2 ml CE4s and stuff like that. So it would
Because
never.
obviously you were vaping more PG than you were VG.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
I mean, it got to the stage with the whole 2 mil tank capacity thing, where customs, and to a certain extent trading standards, basically ignore it, because if they didn't, Steam Crave wouldn't be allowed to sell their tanks here. They simply wouldn't. Because look at the size of their fucking tanks. The Titan, the Ragnar, they're like 10 mil, 30 mil fucking capacity
The
tanks.
V2.
I actually think, wasn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you put a box out with, as long as the tank that was in the box had a 2 mil glass in it, you could actually put a bubble glass in the same box because it wasn't part of the thing. And that could have been 4 mil. That didn't matter. I mean, it's like, what's the fucking point?
Exactly.
Just look at the bungs, the rubber bungs, what you could take out.
Take them out.
Yeah.
That's just an example of how hard it's going to be as soon as they implement no flavors to get around.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to stop people from selling a flavorless liquid with a flavor shot.
Yeah.
No.
That cannot be illegal because it's food flavors.
With the nicotine in there as well, I'm calling that because I want fucking money.
We're bringing it out. You can't have that.
I think somebody was saying there in Denmark. I think I was only quickly reading it in chat that in Denmark they're using it as candy flavoring. So the bottle of juice is actually now classed as.
Hey, you can have it. You can have it as anal lube. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking stuff.
You'll be into that.
Oils.
Sorry.
Adam will be into that.
Hey.
But
Peach lemonade.
It's right though, because you can use PG in candy. You can use. I say fucking candy. Use PG, VG flavorings in sweets. So.
Yep.
I say your Pacific got some cooling in it.
PG and VG is in more things than people know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, what I'm going to ask you is, obviously, again, I know we're sticking on to this sort of subject. Do you think it is going to send sort of the disposables in the black market run? You know, a bit like how Australia went? You're going to get these Manchester warehouses full of these shit.
Why does everyone pick on Manchester?
Because that's where most of the crap's happening.
That's not the point.
So Manchester have got a place called you'll know them. It's Blue Horse and Legacy and all them.
It's the square.
They got ram raided, so that's why people go after Manchester.
And there's also Cheetah Mill, which is like the little offshoot of where it all goes.
It gets snuck round corner, so when they raid this place, it's all right.
There is a guy up in the square area that literally has a porta toilet that has a sign on saying whatever his company is, and he's got a unit round the corner, and you go to him there and you do your deal in there, and then he goes around and sorts it out from his unit. But that's it. That's his little. And if anybody comes on, he just pulls the sign off.
Fucking hell, Chatter being fucking savage.
Yeah.
3D, have you tried that Steam Pugs? I don't know what it is, but I probably have. Nicky Maynard, Dirty Manx. And then Birdman, Manchester sucks like the football. Easy.
Well, that is true.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't deny.
I think in answering your question, Aidan, I think they're going to lose a huge amount of revenue.
They are.
So they're going to look at still having that revenue. Now, whether that be, I mean, to them, whatever the item is, it's a product, it's a box that has a value in and a value out. The value out less the value in is their profit. Simple as. Whether that be with VAT or ex-VAT, that's another story. But they're going to lose a huge amount of revenue, so they're not going to drop it overnight.
No.
They'll find a way. Like I say, the UK, unfortunately, is brilliant at workarounds.
Oh, yeah.
And they are the best at workarounds.
Yeah. Plus, it doesn't help our borders are shit.
Yes.
Now, obviously, the Expo's coming in May, which we're all looking forward to. We absolutely love it. It's always nice meeting up with you, lads. It's always a good giggle. We've all been in some states outside that Premier Inn. It's going to be your first time having a stand there. How are you looking forward to that?
Looking forward to it.
Really looking forward to it. Excited / nervous.
Because
Are you dressing up in like bikinis, you two, or?
What do you call it?
Ass flaps.
Mankinis with arseless leather chaps.
And they've got
You can't wear arseless leather chaps. That's my dress.
they've got a tank that's got water in that I sit on a little platform, and you get a beanbag, three beanbags for £1. You have to throw them at the target.
Fucking hell, get Vic on that. You'll make a fortune.
No, we've only got Vic in a Velcro suit. We're going to throw him against a big bullseye, I think.
I'll tell you what, fuck that. What you want to do is you want to get him on his scooter and then just like leave a bit of the lip and then just
we've got Vic and Shrek in scooter jousting.
That'd be brilliant. Oh, hold on a minute. That's a different weight class.
Hey, I just want to see the carnage.
That'd be a fucking right carnage. He's fucking Shrek's legged it him.
Shrek, you wouldn't even see him. You wouldn't even see him jolt.
It would be funny as fuck.
Could just be impaled. I'll just carry on. It'd be like a sausage on a cocktail stick.
They hit each other like bang, and it's like fucking hell. Where's Vic gone? And he's got his ear. Just in his pocket.
Wait, hang on.
Looking like the King of Spades card.
Yeah.
Shrek would be like, I've got something in my eye. What is it?
What's this?
Yeah, but these two, Pugs and Nevs, are going to show, because you've probably seen it, Aidan, the booth is going to be set out like a bar. Like an actual bar.
I love that sort
and Pugs and Nevs are going to be... Now, have you decided what era, what style of barman outfit you two are going to be using?
No, because I've made it up as I go along.
It's made up as you go along.
I did, actually, this week, I sent Nebs a picture before, because it's a very slow process, because obviously I've got a full-time job, and it's a fucking big bar. So I've been building it now since December. And today, do you know what? Fuck it, I'll show you.
Oh, hold on, I'll put sharing on.
This is where Nev gives it. We're not supposed to show anybody things. But oh well.
It's called teasing.
It's called teasing. So I've spent this week resanding and revarnishing the bar top.
No, only tease them. Only show them the corner.
I've only got one picture. I've only got one picture. So I'll show you the colour of the bar top. It's fucking beautiful.
All right, one second.
Fucking shaking his head here. You're going over the top.
It's all right. It's all right, Nick. Calm yourself. It'll be all right.
Will it be like, if you ever did split up, will it be like Twixers? Like you have like the left side and the right side? Or...
The bar's in 3 bits, so me, Mike, and Nick will all get a piece.
I'll have the corner.
That's the colour of the top.
That looks beautiful.
Damn.
Gorgeous.
The bottom bit's going city blue.
City blue? Don't be disgusting.
There is no blue on it. Just to make sure everybody knows.
Are you actually going to have any beer pumps? Or...
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
No.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to have my own beer pump there. But I think being sober for this is probably the call of the day.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm going to drink, but I'm not going to go mad.
So you're not going to be like crawling back like normal, folks.
Everybody can fucking have it all free. Yay!
If you look back at that picture, there's 2 hooks on either end of the longest bit. It's going to put a hammock.
Fucking need it and all.
Yeah, it's when I find that. When I go and find that HHC stand and then come back, I need to sleep.
Have you sort of like sorted your own times out, like who's going to be that so the other person can?
We are not that well organised.
No, we just turn up. I know now I'm going to be standing there and he's going to be fucking off chatting to someone over there. Be like, hey, get back over here.
It's like Pugs will wander off and you're going to be behind that bar all by yourself, Nick.
I'm going to tie a string onto him so I can just fucking pull him back like a fishing
Can't
rod.
just get a set of fucking reins.
Yeah, a set of reins or a pair of mittens with string in between.
Come on, little shit.
Little shit. Come back here, you little shit.
Come back here. I've been here for hours.
Hey, you buggy you.
Let's get a boring question out of the way. What were your first setups?
Ever?
Yeah. This intrigues me. I love retro vaping. I love stuff like that.
It was a CR4 on a little fucking thingy battery.
Yeah, the Ego 4. Yeah,
Ego
the C4. Yeah.
The old Star
Yeah,
Blast.
C4. The ones that you know you put in your pocket and then you sit down and you hear that.
Yeah, it was that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it was silica wick, so it made no difference.
I can't think what mine was. Mine was very, very similar. It was like an Ego style battery, but then it had the atomizer in the top bit, and the cotton was almost in the filter part, and you had to drip the liquid on that and then put the two together.
Cartomizer.
I don't recall that at all.
I
Yeah.
don't recognise that
Cartomizer.
either.
The first device I had that sent me headfirst down the rabbit hole, so to speak, was the Vamo V8.
Oh, the old Vamos. I remember those.
And I had that. I remember, was it 28 watt?
Yep.
And I remember thinking, 28 watts? What am I going to do with all that?
Yeah. I remember getting the lava tube after that.
Oh, the
And
lava tube. I've
that
got
went
one
up
of
to
them
something
somewhere.
like what?
It was
5.2 volts. It was like, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck me. And then I bought Mother's Milk, the original, for 25 quid for a 30 mil.
Yeah.
And as soon as I tasted that, I was,
It's like the first time you ever go sub-ohm. Like,
Yeah.
I went to a 0.5 Kangatech coil. I thought I was going to blow up. Like,
Oh, did you not get the RBA?
I did get the RBA, but I could never build. I can't build.
That was my next step, the RBA for
Yeah,
that Kangatech sub-ohm tone.
Or I went to the local vape shop near me, and I went, I'm ready for something new now. And he went, we've got 0.5 ohm coils in for Kanga sub-tank. And I went, sub-ohm? Are you kidding me? On an iStick 30.
Oh,
Like
the old
that.
ice sticks.
Like that.
Fucking really good. The eye taste. Can you remember that as well? You used to be able to charge your phone, but not vape.
Right.
Yeah.
I was at a wedding years and years ago, and this is back then. And there was somebody stood at the door of this hotel, and he was vaping on a box, and I'd never seen this before. And I went up to him like, "The fuck is that?" And it was because it was a square box. I just know Vamo and everything was round and lightsaber shapes, and it amazed me. And that was another thing that I need to get one of those.
I'll tell you what I loved as well about the eye taste. The tank that it came with had the actual drip tip itself just bent over, didn't it?
You mean the knuckle?
The knuckle. I've got one. So I think Mark sent it. He got one for me and sent it.
There was a tank that came out with that on it.
Yeah, he came with the eye taste. I think
The
BB something.
It was
I
immortal.
think the very, very original Aspire Nautilus had
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it.
the one. Yeah, Nautilus
Yeah,
had it.
there
Yeah.
you go. I loved that. I
It's
thought
the
that
old,
was
this is the old iClear 30.
Yeah, I loved that. I thought it
Silica
was nice.
wicks, and when you got a fucking dry hit from a silica wick, you fucking knew about it.
Yeah.
Recovered, though. Recovered every time.
Yeah.
8 watts.
Yeah.
Moaning about it now. Try taking a 200 watt on a fucking mesh coil.
fucking evil
I
Knievel there
remember-
at 8 watts.
I remember Vic using the iGo L for his vape reviews, and I can remember those little tiny coils that he used to build for it.
There's the IGOL there with its single 1 millimeter air intake. It was a single coil dripper, dual, classic dual post
Look
dripper.
at that. Look at that deck.
The thing is, every single vape review of Vic's used to be this.
That is accurate. That is really accurate.
Or
know what?
looking like you sucked on a lemon.
Yeah.
That's what it would be like.
Well,
See,
Mark's
that's-
obviously used to drill into the tanks. Mark's still got the little thing that used to be able to bore into it.
Oh, the punchers. Yeah,
he's
because you
still
did
got
that. You did that with the Carto tanks.
Yeah,
You
the
had
little
you had
cartos, little bowed cartos.
Yeah, the Bose Cartos, the 8 and 10 connection used to get a punch to punch a hole in it, and then the whole cartomizer got basically submerged into a tank that surrounded it, and you turn the Carto into a tank.
UDCTs.
Yep.
If I remember rightly, Mark's is one of the pipe punchers
Yeah.
Just a
that you screwed
punch hole
down.
thingy, Bob. Yep.
Yeah.
Nick, with the thing of the disposables going to be disappearing, do you think people who have been using the disposables are then going to go onto pods, and then we're going to get a resurgence of people maybe coming on to sub-ohm stuff and mouth to lung, and they're going to start buying the tanks like how they used to when it were first happening? Do you think that'll start happening?
I don't think all of them will go that way, but I reckon about 10% will go that way. I
That's all you
reckon
need.
90% will be happy with the pods until fucking another TPD comes in, and then they make sure that they fuck them up as well.
I think that's a lot of that is wishful thinking from the people that are in that kind of style of vaping. They all think, I really hope when all these disposable vapors stop, they just come back to rebuildables and everything else. It's lovely.
The thing is,
It's a convenience thing. Everyone loves convenience.
the thing is, all it needs is 10%, because there's something like, depending on what number you believe, 3.5, or the new number's now 4.2. I don't know where the fuck they plucked that one from, but let's say it's 4.2. 10% of 4.2 million. That's enough for a resurgency in dual battery box mods, single battery box mods. Stop
I
doing
think it's
sub-ohm tank kits.
probably a pretty good chance that we might see a slight
Yeah, just a slight
raise in the stuff that we like coming out.
Yeah,
I think by October, I think Geek Vape and all those big boys will be back doing mods on stands at Expo.
Yeah.
Well, the door's open for them, like we said the other night. The door will be open for them in October.
I think everybody keeps saying that, we're all going to go full circle again, so we all went
That's
sort
what
of
I think.
thing. But that's
It's never a complete circle. It's always it's different a little bit.
It's the thing. The thing is with that, what you've got to say is, yes, we're all going to go sort of full circle. But if you turn it on a timeline, it's that. So technology is the bit that
just
moves forwards.
Yeah.
So what
Spiral.
was the sort of pod device, mouth to lung, 10 mil, 50-50 then is something like that now.
yeah.
So I think definitely things like the open pod systems and stuff like that are going to stick around for a good while.
Well, you've got the bar's now been raised by the Pure Max.
Yeah.
So
wait.
it doesn't take long for Chinese manufacturers to reverse engineer how the fuck that is so good, and then the next thing you'll get a more powerful version of the Pure Max made by somebody else that has the same kind of stuff in it. They can buy it, they can check what's in it, they can see why it works so well, and then they'll make something probably a little bit better, and that's the way it goes.
Oh yeah.
It's good. It's good for the consumer.
I think we definitely will see a resurgence in things like open systems and 10 mils short fills.
But the problem when you make something really, really good, like the Pure Max, is witchcraft. It is that good.
It is really good.
It's out there. Anyone can get it. Therefore, it's not going to stay at the top for long.
No.
We've said this a few times over the last few weeks that a reviewer's, I mean, I don't review anymore, but a reviewer's life now is so much easier because
They don't get any work.
no, it's that. But no one makes truly bad products as they used to be. And you're right, it just progresses and carries on moving on, and things actually get better in this industry. Like years ago, you could guarantee for every 4 good products that you got one absolute bang shit.
I
one.
never got that many really bad
I
products.
fucking did.
Not really. Not. I mean, I think the worst one was I think we talked about it, Vic, the Liverpool.
Oh, the live pour.
The Liverpool, and when I opened the box, I thought, oh, look at that pretty chrome thing. And then I picked it up and go, my God, it's like a plastic cap gun.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all
And,
plastic.
it's just one email. I'm not reviewing this.
But there were a lot of pod systems, early pod systems that were just dread. You had the torpedo, didn't you, Aidan?
Yeah, that was fucking terrible.
I didn't review them. I always turn them down. I always turn down pod systems, and I did it for years. Now, if I was doing it now, I'd welcome them.
You could class it as it wasn't. It didn't actually have a pod. It was a little bit same as the one from Aspire did, where you had to take it. It's been out for years. Oh, what was it called? It was a pen design, and you took it off, and you had to then tip it up that side down with the coil still in it, and the coil's really thin and long. Oh, what's it called?
No.
It were out for years. It was the same sort of thing. And and you only had to fill it. You kept the coil in that side, so you had the base, and then you screwed the tank back on that. You had to screw it that way onto it.
That way it says Pockets.
Pockets.
Yeah, the Pockets. That's it, Matt. It's a Pockets. It was like that, but it was just absolutely terrible. It didn't vape. It leaked. It was absolutely terrible.
Still the number one Aspire selling product. Pockets.
Really?
They've actually upgraded it from micro USB to USB-C. That's how well it's up.
To this day, it's still the number one.
Yeah, it's I mean, we've been in the distribution game for Aspire for years. So the amount of pockets that have gone through our warehouse is got to be hundreds of thousands.
It's one of them devices that a lot of the bricks and mortar sort of push, don't they?
Yeah.
Because it is simple.
We don't push him, but we've got him in stock.
Don't need to push them. The entire public is based on convenience. It's a convenient product.
I think there's a lot better devices out there now. I think that when it first come out, what were it? 2016? Were it 2017 when it first come out?
Maybe through 2016 to the end of it.
Just around TPD.
I think that's when I first time I reviewed it. I think there's better devices out there than it, but I think it's just a thing that
It's just one of those staples that everybody goes, oh yeah, I started on a Pockets, and people are like, oh Pockets, okay.
No,
talking about obviously the Expo coming up, and obviously your stand that you're first doing there, Mike. Obviously, we've seen since the last when we had lockdown. So from the start up, from the last Expos when we started back up again, it's all been disposable heavy, and they've been the actual people who have had the big stands, paid the big money. How do you think it's going to affect us when that's all gone? Do you think Geek Vape are going to put them big stands out there again? Aspire coming back? These sort of companies, are they going to come back and pay that money for a UK Expo?
I doubt. I would definitely like to see the companies come back, and not just obviously the sort of brands, but also things like manufacturers, stores. And sort of expand on what is the ohm zone at the moment, but make it a lot bigger, but include almost that sort of journey from your little sort of your cottage industry, right the way through, the next people that have got a store, a couple of stores, maybe multi-brands, and then the brands that are there. I'd like to see that side. I think once the disposables disappear, because the disposables have a huge amount of disposable income to pay for those fucking stands. Yeah. And the Expo know it, and they charge an extortionate amount to those companies. It's a piece of fucking carpet. That's all it is. It's a square floor space. If they're going to continue it, and if they want it to still succeed and still be going on at May and an October and a May and October, they need to look at the pricing for these companies that are going to be coming back and not make it as extortionate.
I think they're going to cut price.
Well, I think they've been obviously price gouging for the last few years because they know that the disposable companies will pay it. Yeah. And there's always been an auction-ish kind of way of getting these stands where the biggest bidder wins it. And most of these Chinese companies have got billions to fucking put into it. Yeah. So, and you end up paying £30,000 for a 6 metre by 3 metre on the red carpet. Yep. Whereas us in the home zone pay grand. So it's
1200.
Sorry.
And I'll tell you what, there's more footfall in the home zone than there is on that red carpet.
Yes, it's good. It's good. That's why you get people like FX Mini going in there.
Yeah, it's what you do with it. It's what you do with that space because, I mean, we've only got 6x3, 3x6, but it's still going to look fucking.
It's big.
Amazing.
I mean, I made this bar. And the last time Nick comes and stays with me every now and then, I bring the kids, and the kids really got on well together and stuff. So we're friends in real life, not just on the internet. So he came and saw it. Was it Christmas?
Yeah.
And when he walks into I've got a big gazebo in the back garden where I'm building it, because who the fuck can build a 6 meter by 3 meter bar in their house?
True.
I had to build something in the back garden to do it. And he walked in and went, "That's not the size of our stall, is it? Fucking massive. It's huge.
It is. It doesn't look like it's going to fucking fit.
It's massive."
So you might have someone like walking past, bang their fucking hip on it a few times. Like
on the plus, I mean, we've got, even though we've got a 6 meter by 3 meter bar, and we're in conjunction with SX Mini, who are doing our taste bars. They're doing the Pure Max is our thing that we're going to do it with. We've also got, I might as well say it now, we've got Brent, Bearded Viking Customs. He's taking because it's an L shape, he's taking the L, and he's going to do all this kind of stuff in it. So it's going to be full. It's going to be full.
Yeah,
I need to keep him away from my wife, but apart from that, it's going to be good fun.
Good company, SX Mini. I'm not biased at all.
I love David.
Absolutely not.
David's such a nice guy.
And apparently, from what David said, they're not going to be at the May Expo, which means I don't need to work, and you two do.
Serious question, though, Vic. Serious question. The first time you ever saw a picture of David, did you go, "Fuck off"?
Yeah. Yeah.
that's because his name's not David for a start.
That's because he's not Chinese, and everyone thinks he's Chinese, and he's not.
I honestly thought because he lives over there.
He does, yeah.
He lives over, and I thought he was one of the staff. He was one of the marketing staff, and I seen a picture of him and went, "No fucking way."
Yeah. And he calls himself David Lee because if he called himself by his real name, people wouldn't do business with him.
No.
Actually, I was on a WhatsApp with them because it's now Chinese New Year. For the people that don't know, it's going to be Chinese New Year until February the 18th. And he called me up on WhatsApp. I think it was the day that Chinese New Year kicked off, and he was walking through all these Chinese markets and restaurants. He was out his face. He was drunk, completely wellied. And I was like, "I love you," and I love you too, David.
He's nice. And you mean, but when you find out that his real name is Jimmy Savile, you can realise why people want to do business with him if you find out his real name.
He's watching this right now.
Oh shit!
There's a reason he employed a little person.
Yeah, because he can fix it.
Okay, Adam, time to empty that sack of yours.
Oh yeah, you're ready.
And while
I didn't think we were going to do it. Obviously, I thought the Buffy had took over that many fucking times. I didn't think we were going to do a question.
While you're emptying the sack,
Jane Dord has already fucking kidnapped Joe. Look at that. She's been saying it for months. Joe's working on my stand. She's not working on
But you
yours.
see, Jane's got the right idea because Joe's probably thinking, okay, I'm going to be standing at the bar. If Steph's going to be there with Nick, that means you two will fuck off to the bar and they'll be left running the fucking place. And like Jane's, no, I'm going to.
Well, Jane doesn't drink, does she?
Jane doesn't drink, yeah. So
Yeah.
She's got T-shirts bought for Joe and everything. Joe's working on fucking Jane Dord. She's our next door neighbour.
You just know it's just going to be you two at the bar. Steph and Joe will be with Jane, and I'll be there going.
Yeah, and then you'll have Scott Wood at this side of it as well. Yeah.
And then Brent at the end of it. Where's your wife?
Up all the OAPs.
Did you get her details?
Come on, Nora, but I'll tell you what, he's such a lovely bloke, him, Scott.
Oh, hey,
He
don't,
is if
don't
you're
let
young.
it.
If you're young,
Don't
you're
let
all
it.
right.
He is a lovely, beautiful person on the outside. He is a dark, sinister cunt on the inside.
Yeah, three
Everybody
pints
what
of
was it, Natch that he gets
6%.
an hard on for?
while you're getting the sack ready, Adam, I'm
ready.
going to get the giveaway ready because I haven't unpacked all this shit.
He particularly likes dead OAPs.
Well done. I am still a peasant.
Don't you get worms from that?
He doesn't. He loves it. He eats them while he's doing it.
What does he? What's he got? A non-returnable valve?
Vic, you've tidied your room. How can you not find anything?
Because I've been
I'll tell you
tidying
what,
the
stop
room.
fucking bending over. I can't do with the glare.
No, I'm facing forwards, Aidan. You're fine. You're not seeing my lovely crack.
The fucking crack. It's the moon that I'm worried about.
Fucking SX Mini Pure Maxes I've got.
I wondered what you were doing then. It looked like you were taking your top off. I thought you'd just gone.
It's like, see, this is what I get for tidying the place up. Now I need to fucking dig through everything and wreck it all just to fucking do the giveaway.
Oh, well, we've done a lot better. A couple of years back, you used to have a torch.
Hey?
I've still got the torch.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's so I can see under the desk because it's too dark.
Hi ho!
I used to do. Hi-oh! Fucking hell, there's all the other 7 underneath.
Oh, we're going to say, what are we talking about? We're speaking about Jimmy in a
Well,
minor
actually, you
term.
know what? We're not going to do a Pure Max for this one. We're going to do a V Pure Plus for a change.
Ooh. Do you know I've not got one of them, David?
Neither have I.
They're actually fucking good, they are.
Is that a koala bear on the front?
I've got the old one.
No, it's a little ninja panda.
No, it's gone straight over Vic's
And I'll
head.
tell you what, they're bigger. You know these new ones? They look bigger.
They're not.
They're not, but they look bigger, don't
the new
they?
sleeves fit the old ones.
Yeah, but they look bigger. I don't know if they're thicker. You know, the
Sure, I should-
outer bit.
Can you,
of it, I don't
can you
think
fit it on your
thicker.
penis? Just saying.
Well, yeah, if I had a square penis. And to be honest, if I did, I wouldn't have it in my pants. I'm telling you,
You
now.
haven't got a
It'd be
square
fucking
penis?
brilliant. What a talking point.
It's,
Imagine going around going, look, I've got a Scottish square sausage.
I used to wear this sleeve, but look at this one. It looks way better.
Look at this, it's had some
cocks.
use. It's had some use. It used to be a board rubber size.
Hey! There's Mike with his jokes.
Mine's all fucking memories now.
Yeah.
I just referred to drawings that I did.
That must be an hard wank.
Not impossible, though.
No.
Sat down there smudging it with your 2B.
I'm impressed with your knowledge of lead density.
Oh, God, mate, brilliant. Do you know what? I was
That was a big thing when we were
when
at school. Because I was a big artist at school. I used to fucking love drawing, did loads of it. And that was a thing. I've got a 4B, eh? Check me out.
Do you know what? It's one of the most shittest things. I look like I've got special needs when I draw. Really do. In fact, I look like I've got special needs when I write. I need to stop chewing them
mate.
crayons.
You just look special needs.
I
Just
do as well, don't I?
You didn't need to add to that.
Do you know what? I can't even say what came into my head. It's just I'd get done.
No. You can
Years
do it on
ago,
our
I
show.
would
You
have
can do it on
said
our
it.
show. If you come on our show, you can do it there. You can't do it because
Nah.
people cry.
Well, I could do, but I just can't do with the Twitter messages. It's just fucking horrible. Me
Anyway.
inbox is just like massive. Last week I got done as well.
Did you?
I did. That's your fault. 3 messages I had about that.
What did you say? Say it again.
Not doing it again.
He's the crazy abusers on Twitter he's got. He's got at least 3 or 4 Karens just sat there going, aha.
He's
I'm
off
watching
again.
you. I'm watching you.
Thursday at
this-
8:37, I watched Aiden.
Yeah. We had this. We used to do this thing about trolley pushers because this kid used to keep coming and saying about Vic getting a proper job, and we were a Tesco trolley pusher. So we used to take the piss out of him, and I ended up getting like 2 or 3 messages from people who were actually trolley pushers, going, "Look, this is an honest job," and I'm going, "Look, I wasn't talking about you."
But no, it's not.
Stop stealing the pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, if anybody is a trolley pusher, I am not saying anything about that. That is a great job. You are earning tax.
Fuck that. I am. Do better.
You trolley pushist.
Do better. You hit cars with them.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Yes. I've got I wouldn't say a bursting sack. It's a little bit limp. But we are ready.
That's not your computer giving up already, is it?
No, I've just plugged my Pure Max in to charge and it's just gone. This is not a USB.
A memory stick.
The wonderful William Dobson writes in. Fluff from Planet Shuffle. Age can't remember. We are finally on the home stretch of this mammoth journey, and things have just taken their toll. The holographic porno suite is on a bender. Ask for exotic dancing women, and you will get Spando Ballet as gnome size in dress. Of course, that would be great size for Vic, but it's getting mad. To all casters of the #1 UK vape show, as voted for, not like the other show. William Dobson coming out with the spite.
Ow.
Nasty, weren't it? That were nasty. You all meet up at the UK Vapor Expo. Aidan is propping the bar up as usual. Adam is still looking around at all the bright lights like a child at a fair. Vic's purse is starting to tremble as he knows it will be open to buy around. Then suddenly, big flashing swirly thing and a puff of smoke. You are teleported into the future. Vic still hasn't grown and Pugs is still has a height advantage of 1 or 2 inches. The UK is still a beacon for vaping around the world. But what do you think the industry has had to do to make sure it still exists? P.S. As not to break tradition, Vic goes last.
Oh, fuck. Fine.
It's for everyone.
Everyone.
So you go first, Bugs.
Simplify what was the question?
Look,
the
this is
cue.
bloody right.
Simplify.
Loopholes. What loopholes?
Yeah.
What we're going to do to make it survive in the future?
Yeah, exactly that.
That made it simple.
Yeah. You've just nicked the idea there, Nevins. It is loopholes. It will be loophole and the good fight. The good fight from the good people.
I get a certain giggle out of sitting back and thinking when these politicians who think they're all encompassing, all intelligent, know better than anyone, sit there and bring out this rule that you can only do this in the next set of rules for vaping, and then we just sit back and go, yeah, but we'll just do this.
Yeah.
And they go, no, fuck. And it happens every fucking time. So, like they said, we are the. It's not even the kings of workarounds. It's just politicians are stupid.
The weak rules that are easily broken.
Yeah.
Well, they're making rules on an industry they know nothing about.
Yeah. So that's how you get around it so easy.
It's not necessarily breaking rules. It's just bending them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slightly.
What I'd like to see is actually somebody use a bit of brain power and take them out of petrol stations, take them out of and put them actually into shops.
You know what? I said this weeks ago, and ever since I said it, I'm not saying I penned it, but ever since I said it, I've heard a lot of other people say it.
I've been saying it for years, man.
It needs to be fucking licensed.
It needs to be licensed. The license to be able to be revoked as well.
All right, there's 4,000 vape shops in the UK, right? That's not a big number when you think about the UK. It's not. So it's not a difficult task to send people to vape shops to make sure they are a vape shop and they do deserve the license. It's not difficult. What they've done is lazy.
Again, not obviously you say like a couple of weeks, but we've been saying this for quite a while.
Yeah, I said it 5 years ago.
Yeah, I've said it 6.
I said it 7 years ago.
I think it was probably about 8.
I'm pretty sure I said it 4.
But yeah, it's been said quite a number of times. And I know Bunny was saying, well, but it's hard with the money for stuff like that. We don't have to be a massive amount of money either, does it? No. It's just be a part of you're in that club. That you're gonna
like alcohol. Like alcohol.
Yeah.
Is £80 for a personal license.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Get rid of the corner shops and the people that will sell to anyone who's willing to give them money. Garages, fuck's sake, come on. I mean, some garages do sell alcohol, so
they do, yeah.
Grey area.
But I'm not about like your bargain booze, and you've got some. Again, I'm not picking on anybody who's foreign or anything like that. We've got it around here. They're selling tobacco, snide tobacco underneath the counter.
Yeah, you got ice cream vans that sell tobacco.
And blueies.
Yeah.
Bit of blue fit, Dad. Bit of blue fit, Dad.
Good ones, mate. Bit of blue fit, Dad.
Are they still made then?
Well, it's a big fucking porn industry.
Yeah, no, but it's all digital now, isn't it?
They sell on VHS.
It's all hardback now, though.
It's when you walk down the street and there's no longer a magazine that's been split into 3 pieces. It's now a discarded DVD and a DVD player.
You've still got Albert. You've still got Albert at club. He's 75-year-old. He don't know anything about internet.
Adam, you're showing your age there, mate. These days, it's like broken USB sticks on the floor.
Thumb drive.
Yeah,
I've had my time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'd like to see to in the future to keep this industry in the future is companies and reviewers and YouTubers and general public and chat
Community
and everything as a community.
Yeah.
Talking together, getting on together,
working together,
and driving this industry forwards. Because whatever happens as a whole, we will make this still a future product.
Again, this we're not going to get into all that sort of section of it, but it did have that It did have that. There was, especially the UK Vape Network, where we had all the shows on there.
Yeah, the old network.
The other reviewers, everybody got on. It was just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, but it was ruined by people.
Yeah, you get a certain section that's sitting, and then before you know it, it's fragmented, and everybody's falling out. And here's
what I noticed. I mean, I know because I've been around the industry for quite a long time now, as that Scottish dwarf in the corner there, and I saw that community as it was, and it was brilliant. And then it all fell apart through certain, let's call them cancers within the industry. And then the Saturday show came up, and Uzlot came up, and we fixed it all. And you're welcome.
I tell you what, I've got to admit, it got fixed maybe 2 or 3 times before.
Yeah, that was also us. We just didn't tell them.
I've got to admit, you did. You came across. Obviously, you've had your own bits of trouble, and that it happens. And not again, not everybody has to get on.
No,
but you don't have to be an absolute arsehole about it.
No.
Yeah. The thing is, this community has fractured so many times. But I've been privileged, and we've all been privileged to be part of big drives where we've tried to help other people and do a lot of other things. And you know what? When it comes together, there is nothing stronger. And you're absolutely right, Mike, because this is one of them points where we don't need to come together for a charity. We don't need to come together for anything else other than us. And Mickey Love put it in chat himself. It's why everyone should join the UK VCA.
Yeah.
UK
as a force, we're a strong.
We need to do that. I don't do.
Because the thing is, without as simple as without vape, we don't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
From a company level to reviewing to YouTubing to buying to shops, we don't exist. So let's all just keep together, chat to each other.
Yeah.
Don't ever think, even as a company, don't ever think that you can't drop me a message and ask me a question.
You got to think, 8 years, Adam. We've been doing this 8 years of casting and shows week in, week out. And we've had people come, people go, and it's all for one thing, which is vaping.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we used to do this for smoking?
Yeah, no, don't do.
Never.
Oh, but apparently to YouTube, that's fine.
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine.
Oh yeah, you can have big cigars and blunts and everything. That's fine.
Oh, is it? All right, okay.
I seen a guy the other day reviewing Marlboros.
Yeah.
Wow.
We said it years ago. You never stood outside a pub going, "Oh yeah, what you smoking?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you said it earlier, didn't you? About you went up to him like, "What fucking hell? What's that box?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you never go. I tell you what, here, have a taste of me fucking embassy.
Yeah.
You do it.
You got to save his dot on that, mate. Save his dot on that.
I only got embassies on payday. Friday was embassy day. Rest of the week it was fucking Lambert.
Embassy special filters on payday.
I was B&H Gold.
I bought those fucking little things once. I was like, the fuck's this thing here?
Yeah,
You pay more for them.
The reason why I smoked them is because I always thought they looked really cool. Because you know when they stick, you know, like my mum who sat there on Super Kings, they're about fucking 8 foot long.
Snooker cues.
Sat down there with a javelin out of her mouth, which she's done for quite a number of years. But the little tiny one, about that fucking bit, I thought it looked cool.
The problem. This is going to sound really bad, but the only thing Super Kings were ever good at.
Super cunts.
We can't nearly call them super cunts then. You'll never guess what them thunder cunts were good for. It was sharing them. You'd be like, ah.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, right, and because occasionally, because I used to fucking adore smoking, as most of us probably did. And you think, oh, it's a bigger cigarette. I'll have some of that. Yeah. And you like, but for the first third of it, you're like.
You know what? I forgot how good it was. Let's fuck vaping. Let's just go back to smoking.
I was a B&H Gold for most of my life.
Wait till that buffet. I'm on a B&H Gold. I've got some.
but even
I'm a bottle and a bottle of cider.
Even as smokers, when we used to go to the cigarette shelter or it was cigarette break time or whatever, you'd go out and you would be sociable with a stranger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that's really carried on between everything is we're all social.
You stand next to each other going, how do you smell? Awful. How do you smell? Awful.
When I was a chef, social when we went back inside.
Do you ever walk round a shop and you know somebody who's walked in and you think, fucking hell, I can smell you, you
There's
stink.
people at work. I deal with people at work that come up to my office like in the morning early. What have we got doing today then? And I go, fuck me, fuck
You
off.
can smell the cigarettes. Yeah, you can smell it.
I can. The worst thing is when we get a quit smoker coming into the shop, you can always tell that they've had a fag as they walk down because you go like that.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the smell, it's just the yellow fingers.
Yeah, but it's not just that. It's same as I've made people feel bad, and I haven't meant to, and I've explained myself after, and I've gone, fell off at wagon. You know, when they've been vaping for so long, and then they'll come in and they'll smell like fags.
It's the way they ask you as well. It's what you today.
What do you mean? With this great big glob of black shit that they've just coughed up.
They pick
I know we've got loads of questions, but I've got to tell you this. There's a woman, obviously I live over the road from the Working Men's Club, and obviously I frequent it quite often. But there's a woman who put a thing in to stop everybody from vaping, right? But she sits out in the smoke shelter, and the only thing you can hear her do is fucking go.
You know what? Do you know what's worse for me? And bless her, my mum, when she was around, she was a heavy smoker. She gave up. To be fair, even though I was what I was with vaping, she cold turkeyed it. Completely gave up 8 years before she passed away. But when she was still around, we sat around having a Sunday dinner, and we're all eating Sunday dinner, and she's rattling. And you know, you can't. It puts you off your food. You know, all you can is.
Yeah.
It's the thing in the background of trying to breathe through shit.
Yeah.
And it's horrible. It's fucking horrible.
It was that was one of the reasons why me and Mark started reviewing. My mum smoked all her life, and the thought of her watching her in intensive care, gasping for air like a frog. We walked in, and I'm like, I was like grabbing all the nurses, going, "What?" She had tracheotomy in, but she'd got this like a bottle at the side, and all the stuff that was coming out of the lungs. And this is what people need to know. What's happening when you're smoking? It's coming out of that lung, and it were black, watery shit that was just
treacle. It's like treacle.
And it killed her. She drowned. That's what killed her.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
And that's why me and Mark, and I'll tell you what, my dad, from that day when he saw it all, he vaped, and he still vapes now, and he completely quit. He tried all the patches, he tried the gum, he tried everything, couldn't do it. And he was a big Park Drive smoker, and rollies and stuff like that. And that's what people need to think. You're going to be in that situation if you carry on smoking.
Yeah, 100%. 100% you will. No, nobody smokes their entire life and lives a healthy life in their old age. No one.
No.
Next question.
That was a deep one, wasn't it, for me?
This is a good one. This is a good one. Sean, I did see your message. It has been answered, that one.
It's
so
Sean.
Other Sean.
Oh.
Is it sure, Sean?
Got another bigger.
Stuart Valentine writes in.
Big Stu.
Wonderful Stuart. So are you going to take fluid to Dubai? What do you want to achieve on this trip? Example, going to take over the world. And I will read this bit out.
Yeah, we're going to Dubai, and the aim is to be filthy, stinking rich. And if vaping's fucked over here, we're going to stay out there, because fuck all you.
I'll tell you what, you two would be fucking bollocks. Can you imagine him walking home pissed up? You're not allowed to do that.
No, you're not.
His little green stick. Fucking hell, me bollocks.
Our wives are coming as well. There's been a bit of controversy trying to work this out because our wives are coming too to Dubai. And we were told you can't put her on the sand because people will avoid the sand if there's a woman on there. And then we're like, well, put a woman on there. And you look at the show and it's like, it's all women in fucking scantily clad. Who do you believe? So, but
just put a bin bag with two eyes, you'll be fine.
You can't. As I do, because I've been around the world. I've never been to Dubai, right? So you read the laws before you go, especially with vaping and everything. And women, if you're taking your girl there, then you need to know. And there's a lot of laws you can't. There's no public shows of affection. You cannot do that.
Yep.
But unless you were married. You're married.
No, you can't.
No, not even if you're married. Not even if you're married. No public. No.
So I told the wife, you need to stand 5 foot behind me. Every 2 minutes, I'll turn around and kick you and shout at you a lot, and then we'll be all right.
You're not allowed to, shake hands with your left hand either.
No, that's what they like their arse with, isn't it?
The way it works in Dubai, if you look at the hotels, and you look at the big civic centres, the big places where these expos go on, if you look at the fine print, they're all called international. So it's blah, 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 international hotel, blah, 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 international convention. And that's why Dubai and the laws around Dubai can be skipped. So what happens, literally, what happens in the hotel and what happens in the expo stays in the hotel and stays in the expo, because
They almost
like
become
fucking
embassies.
England, really, isn't it?
because the minute you cross over that threshold into normal Dubai land, you get the whole weight of their laws on top of you. The whole weight.
You still can't have more than 3 or 4 pints in a hotel though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, if you're standing up straight, you'll be all right. But Pugs will be fucked after 1 pint. They won't fucking serve him. No fucking way.
And you
That's
can't
not through his
on a
piss, it's just his ID.
It'd be coming to me round by the pool like, you get me a pint.
I made sure actually when I got my passport picture done that I had a full beard. It works. It works.
The thing as well, he just missed out with the tea towel.
Yeah. Tea towel and a belt.
Yeah, that's all you need.
I've ordered one off Amazon. Is that racist?
Was Stuart
I don't think
Valentine
it's racist.
hoping for a bit of light racism because he's got it?
Well,
The thing about it, if
I
Salman
don't
Rushdie
think- I
was
don't
your
think he
flatmate,
put that in.
if you ran out of tea towels, would you ask him?
you've just got to be careful because don't forget this show. You'll get the Twitter goblins who come at you and they're like, "Oh,
Oh, you're loads of them. I have loads of them.
If they are, it was Aiden that made me do it.
Karen's like that." Fucking, you just wait.
Aiden is a massive racist. But,
Only on Thursdays.
So, last question from the wonderful Connor Smith.
oh my
Oh,
god.
God.
Hello, it's your friendly neighborhood, occasionally prosecco drinking blind vapor here.
No
Aliens.
mention of cowboy. Is it cowboy?
You've got to wait. Don't spoil
Sorry.
it. Aliens have come down from the planet Fluid. I have shown it as well this week. But I told you. Last week I wasn't showing it, but this week I will. They give you the death stare, and in a rather loud voice, which oddly sounds like Victor Mullin, say to you all, "I'm going to take all your vape gear and e-liquids. Yes, I fucking am. Apart from one setup, and I'm going to leave your concentrates, VG, PG, and nicotine. So as the mini Mullins, that were harder to say than I thought it were going to be,
Mini Mullins.
take all of your gear and precious e-liquids. Yes, that includes fluid, because the stuff sells like crack on the planet Fluid, as you expect. What is the one setup you save, and which concentrates are you saving, and what e-liquid will be your first to mix to get you back on track with vaping? Looking forward to the #1 vape show to do with vaping. Sorry, Nevs and Pug. Take care. Your friendly neighborhood, occasional prosecco drinking blind cowboy. Vapor.
Okay.
Stay off the drugs, Connor. Stay off the drugs.
I like what Connor did there, because it's the normal, your favourite setup, favourite liquid, but he threw in
Yeah.
concentrates and that. I need to think about that one.
Well, I don't actually, but I don't keep it in here because it's in the safe. So I'll go and get it.
Why is it in the safe?
Just in case the mini Mullins come down.
So we all say safe. He says safe room.
So what's the synopsis of this then?
So basically, you're allowed one kit.
Yeah.
That can be any kit. One concentrate. I'm guessing from any liquid that you'd like with VG and PG, and that it basically kit and liquid.
I can tell you mine now. I would take the Pure Max. I absolutely love it. It does everything I want, and I would have Moku Yatsu bolts, which is a spearmint, which I've always loved. Simple.
Spearmint.
Yeah.
I'm a bit torn. It's either going to be the Pure Max. It's either going to be the Pure Max, which is finished charging, by the way, or the B60.
How quick does it charge?
Oh, rat car.
In a coconut.
Really quick.
In a coconut, not very fast.
What the
Well,
Pure
it
Max?
depends how fast you rub it, son.
Yeah.
All that friction.
Or the B60. I think I'll choose the B60 because you chose the Pure Max. And the concentrate that I would keep,
Really good kit as well.
unfortunately, is Lemon Lush by the Rochford Project.
Still a sponsor, though.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be a concentrate.
I'm taking the Lemon Lush concentrate and mixing it up.
Yeah, but is there a concentrate available? I mean, it doesn't have to be a concentrate.
No, it doesn't have to be a concentrate that's available.
Right.
I'm just making shit up on fly here anyway.
Yeah. Right.
So I
cool.
think I'd definitely take the Pure Max, and I would take my Sweet Nirvana concentrate.
Judas. fucking fluid night tonight, Mike.
No, innit? Fuck me, mate.
You're not here for fucking serendipity. What are you
Can't
fucking
plug himself, hasn't he? Jesus.
Of course I have.
I'm
He's
gonna
just showing that he's not
wait,
biased, which
I'm
really
gonna have
helps
to,
Fluid.
I'm gonna have to counteract Mike's argument.
So really, that were a bit like Superman, wasn't it? But you had a safe instead, and you just turned around really fast. Fluid man,
I'll knock.
just comes on your face. In fact, can you balance on top of your chair?
On the belly, on
You
there.
can balance on it. Can you remember that bloke?
Try
What
it.
was his name off of fucking?
You did it once.
I did, yeah. No, I can't do it again.
You know what?
Too
I
far.
would gladly attempt it, but I'm 53 and I would end up in hospital.
Pugs, try it. Go on, try it.
Absolutely not. No fucking way on this planet this chair.
Come
would-
on, mate.
Come
If you
on,
have
do it.
one hospital-
Do it for the banter.
No! I'll kill
Oh,
everything here.
okay.
I would kill everything here if I did.
No,
Well,
you'll be fine. You'll be
I'm
fine.
not
mate.
doing
You'll,
it. You can fucking say all you want. I look at Vic's like,
The worst thing
But
that happened is your booster seat will fall off.
not doing
I'll-
it. Fucking.
If you do it, you are definitely taller than Vic.
Oh.
I'll take your fluid
if you
t-shirt.
don't,
Well, it's the thing,
Vic's
isn't it?
taller.
I already know that I'm taller than Vic.
Vic's
so I
taller
don't
if you don't
need
do
to
it. Vic's taller if you don't do
No,
it.
I'm not doing it.
You all heard it. You all heard it.
I
Right?
can't. I'm not balancing my 53-year-old bolted together spine on that fucking thing there.
He's
Stop
going
adding
for the
bits to
sympathy.
it.
He's going for the
Stop
sympathy
adding
vote now.
bits.
Sympathy vote. Sympathy vote. Yeah.
I'll take your fluid t-shirt and I'll raise you my office.
That's not your office, mate. That's not your office. Not your office.
You're missing a fish tank.
Yeah.
It's over here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Since we're shelling our own stuff, I've got my own liquid line over at
Yeah, no one
over at
cares, but-
Exceptional Vapes. Just saying. Just saying.
No
Go
one
and buy
cares.
it. Thank
No
you.
one cares. No one cares.
How come you don't sponsor your own show?
Because it's shit.
You mean we don't fucking get it out to buy it?
Because
No, disappointed.
it's because Exceptional at the time wasn't accepting any more sponsorships.
What are you going to say? Because exceptional at the time wasn't exceptional.
I'll have you know that my juice line from Exceptional is rather nice. I vape it all the time.
Yeah, it's lovely. I do as well.
I'd take this thing because I am enjoying it, and I think 60 quid is a fucking bargain for something like that. Bridge, the mod, 60 quid is an absolute
Fuck,
bargain.
we better
And,
get the giveaway done. It's 1:45.
excuse me, Vic.
Nick is
liquid yet.
Vic is
We'll
still
do liquid.
talking, son.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Nick.
you
There you
know.
go.
No, you
And
play, son.
all the fluid concentrate.
Well, I went to the safe, and I've got it in front of me. It doesn't come out very often because it's that precious to me. It's I can't even tell you how much money it's worth. So, because you know you're in the vape game a long time, and you collect one piece.
Yeah.
And you think, I shouldn't
I
use
hope
that
it's a
too
fucking
often.
kelpie.
You shouldn't use that too often because occasionally, eventually, it might like break. So, I got this off a Scottish wizard, and I can't believe. I mean, it's ribbed for my pleasure.
It's so
beautiful.
ergonomic.
It's so. These are rubber, by the way. Just so you know what we're talking
It's the
about.
worst looking mod in the world.
This is actually rubber. I didn't know when I bought this. I didn't know it was this good.
But it
Yeah,
didn't.
it's actually
Like
still got a bit of shit
R2D2
in
with a
that room.
disabled badge.
It is.
You can't park there.
Can't park there, sir.
and I'll never ever part with it ever. And in that I would put Old Boy.
Big love to Adam, the farm king.
Cheers, Adam.
Do we get a cut of that 199 or what?
No.
No.
Yeah, you get the one.
Right. Giveaway. No, it's not a giveaway. It's a box away. Can't say giveaway. Oh, but I'm guessing.
I believe actually.
What?
You've got to tell us what you've got.
Tell me if I'm wrong.
What?
We said we were going to do a giveaway tonight as well.
Did you?
It was the fluid night.
Oh, so it was. Well, that's why there's 2 bottles of fluid,
See?
There we go.
which you sent
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
sponsoring the show.
He knows
That's
what
right.
he's doing.
That's
He knows
right.
what
Thank
he's
you.
doing.
Keep up.
Thank you for mentioning that. Vic.
Have you still got the
Adam,
label
stick
from
it
the
in
box?
between your arse cheeks or your tits or something quick. Jiggle it.
So up for grabs today. It's not a pure max. I've got a couple of these left. V Pure Plus. It's the Panda, the Ninja Panda edition.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Those
Pandas.
pandas are no ninjas.
Definitely smells more koala, that does.
It's just a big
V
one.
Pure Plus. I'm also chucking in a boxy. That's Nebs has got one of the other ones, the actual Ninja version. There
I've
it
only
is.
got the original.
Because there's various shells for this thing now. I'm going to chuck in a pack of coils as well because they actually chucked in some spare coils with it.
Stop saying X1. I'm not fucking perching on the chair.
I'm also, because I'm trying to get rid of some of the stuff under the desk, I'm chucking in a Caliburn G2. It's an
They're
older
alright.
pod, but they're all right. Caliburn G2 pod.
I've never
And
had one.
because, of
They're
course,
all
they
right.
are also a sponsor of the show, I'm going to chuck in a bottle of Old Boy. And I'm also chucking in a bottle of Onyx.
Oh,
Onyx.
Nice.
wow.
Onyx, which I'm currently
Jesus
vaping on.
Christ.
And I've currently got the Onyx in this, and it's fucking phenomenal. My mother
Can we-
completely fucking hates me, but it's fucking phenomenal. She
Can we
doesn't
answer
like she doesn't like aniseed.
Can we answer it?
That's
Well,
all
then
you can
vape it then.
smell. That's all you can
I
smell.
don't know what you're talking about. It's only a hint of aniseed.
You should have had the old one before we actually released it. Not my life.
It's 20 hints on top of each other.
It's like
It's
well,
just a minute lick of an aniseed ball, isn't it?
That is. I started this bottle. I started.
It's like getting an aniseed ball and tucking it under your eyelid.
started that bottle, and there's basically only a dribble left at the bottom of it because I've been fucking ploughing through it. Right.
I think that was a hint, Mike. That was a
I
hint.
think it was a fucking.
Is that your favourite one then?
I think it is. I think it is.
Onyx.
Well,
like-
why don't we?
I
Why
don't know
don't, why don't we send you? Why don't we send you Onyx and impeachment?
That'll do because it's still between those two. It's still between those two.
It's a very
Right.
personal thing between me and Nebs, and I can't have Nebs beating me that much.
Like, how much have you got left in the impeachment? If you know,
Half
Don't
a
make
bottle.
it into a competition, then.
half a bottle, half a. You just fucking made it a competition.
Have you got a measuring jug, Vic? Just pour it out. Let's have a look.
No.
So to enter
What, we're
this,
measuring
by the way,
fluid
this is open worldwide. Now I will say if you are in the likes of Germany, sorry Turtle, the likes of Australia, sorry Birdman, and the likes of another country I've had lots of problems with is Italy. I don't know why, but they keep getting returned. I will try and send it out. Sometimes, especially if I send it via Royal Mail, I don't know why, but they just ignore the customs. But it's the other side. It's the country that I'm sending it to. I will try and send the liquid. If it gets returned, I'm going to have to remove the liquid and send the hardware only. So I'm just warning you right now. So the key
And then
word
he's
for
going to have to
this
keep the
is...
liquid.
Yeah, you'd have to vape that Onyx then, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
Isn't
would-
Anacodro Italy?
What?
Isn't Anacodro Italy?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the key word for this is... Did I spell it right? Yeah, I did. One word, no spaces. Thank you very much.
It's the denial that I pity.
It's because you didn't do that chair thing. If you did that chair thing, you wouldn't have been able to do it. It sounds like you'd stop.
I've got work tomorrow. I'm not willing to put myself in hospital. I'm not your plaything. I am.
You will be when you're in Dubai.
And ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. We are currently on 87 likes with 180 people watching.
180?
Look what we've done. Look what we've done. Fucking done it.
See, this is what happens when you get the #1 panel show on your #3 shit show.
No, we usually
ladies and gentlemen,
get
please
about
do me a
150
favour.
to 160 watching as an average. So, man.
Yeah, but now you've got like the 108 plus what we bring extra.
What it is
Well, I
Pugs
think they've
was
only
signed
just been
into a
hanging
letter-
around, see if you
Yeah.
do that chair thing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor. Stick that thumbs up in appreciation for the show. It does help with the algorithm. It does bring a little bit more hype to the fluid, guys. Because
It
you know
does.
what? People are going to come back and watch it. But, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up. See if we can't get to... Let me have a look where we are now. We're on 101. Let's see if we can get to a minimum of 120.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to get over the Facebook page of the UK Vape Show. Make sure you get over there. And also the UK VCA. I'm putting the link in there as well. Go and join them, people.
What does it stand for, Aiden?
It stands for United Kingdom Vaping Advocacy Group.
Or...
No, it doesn't.
Well, that's what I've just read underneath it.
See, it's not. It's misleading. It's the UK Vaping Community Association. They only put that on the top because Paul Hinchcliffe bless him, when they put the UK VCA and then they put United Kingdom Vaping Advocacy Group underneath, Paul Lincoln said, "Isn't that supposed to like match with the letters?" That's what it is, but it's not what it does. So they put that on the top, which is UK Vaping Community Association.
Graham said if we shell Vape Gems, he'll do the chair thing.
What now? Live?
Yeah, he hasn't really. He sent me a picture of fucking Vape Gems here.
All right.
Okay, fine. If you want to buy fluid, you can go to Vape Gems. Just search for Vape Gems on Google. And you can also go to Vape and Brew, because they also sell online. There you go, Bunny. There's your shout out.
You can also buy it direct from My Fancy One.
Oh, you can also get it from My Fancy One, from Mike, who's there.
Well, you can also get your Pure Maxes being the authorised importer and distributor for them.
Yeah, because you got the big order in, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You got the big order in.
You can also get a Pox.
You can.
Loads of them.
You can get everything. 16,000 individual SKUs we carry for wholesale and distribution.
Bloody hell.
Tell you what, I Fancy One are one of the online retailers that not many people knew about, but they will, because it is massively growing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, one of the massive company, obviously Whitlicker, like the Boulevard and stuff. It's been out for years. Ever since I've really known of vaping, it's been out.
Yeah.
It was the first brand that I fell in love with.
Yeah.
I never bought the liquids. I bought all their merchandise.
And it was beautiful. It's a stunning brand.
Yeah, exactly. I fell in love with the brand, but I didn't vape
It is.
liquids.
We manufacture Boulevard by the shit ton on a weekly basis. It still sells.
I've still got the original stuff. It's all here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need 2 more likes to hit that magic number of 120.
Scott Wood saying, I don't have a wholesale account, just saying, Mike, smiley face.
Yeah, we were having a wholesale account a year ago, weren't we?
Just saying about that as well.
Leave it with me.
All joking apart, make sure you get over to the Saturday show. Obviously, on a Saturday, it's a corking show. Really good giggle. Make sure you go and see them. Is it upper state or 8 o'clock now?
Half past 8.
Half 8. Make sure you get yourself over there. And once again, support UK. We've got plenty of really good mixes, and these lads are exactly the same. So make sure you support UK. If you've not tried anything from these,
turn around. There you go.
Make sure you get over and try Fluid. Again, the UK, they're from us. So go and support them, especially if I can get a run round in Nick's Ferrari when he gets it eventually. But yeah, go and support them. And we are so lucky with the amount of mixes that we've got here. Obviously, again, another sponsor of the show, the Rochford Project. You've got Jane Shy Tots. Somebody you mentioned as well, Phil, Black Rose Elixir. Absolutely fantastic people as well. You've got Legion X, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, Legion X, yeah.
Yep. Really, really lovely set of people. So support the UK. I'm not on about these people who are like pumping loads of shit out. I'm on about...
Back in the day, it was all about American liquids. It's not anymore.
Or Malaysian. It were a lot of Malaysian shit.
Proper fucking e-liquids.
Just make sure that you're supporting people who are trying their hardest. And that's what we want.
Because if you don't, you go down quicker than Amatorium.
I'll tell you what, I've got to disagree with that. I absolutely love that shit.
Yeah, I adore Manna. Make a banana custard we're talking, but
cunt fudge.
Obviously, you're not exposed to sarcasm. I fucking love it. I love Amatorium.
we were pretending Graham, man. We were like, oh, Graham.
We're down with the sarcasm, but I just thought you'd rise above it.
Graham is a very, 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 very good friend of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were both like, poor Graham. Come here, Graham.
He is. Vape Gems is doing really well. He's a failed mixer, though.
But he makes really good wine.
He does. He drinks a lot of wine.
He's been sober for January.
What?
Wasn't he sober in January?
No, he was stoned through most of it.
He was fucking absolutely annihilated throughout. He didn't even see January.
I loved it when he came on the fucking scene. It just took all the heat off of me.
Do you know what the best thing? Do you know what the best thing about Graham is? If we've had a good night and we've all had a really heavy night, you just know that you're going to wake up in the morning to a Graham message. Yeah. And that will come probably half an hour before you wake up. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. Where is it? Graham level 72 or late 90s? The last one was, can I say it? Fluid 300 clubs failed.
That was at 9 a.m. 9
Yeah, it was
a.m. I
9
got
a.m.
my message. Fucking
What the fuck? And then you get one next day. Sorry about that. I was really drunk.
yeah, and then he messages at 6 p.m. morning.
You're doing it wrong. One of the most loveliest blokes you'll ever meet.
I
Yeah,
absolutely
gorgeous.
adore him. I
I
adore
do.
him.
So we're going to do the draw now, folks. If you haven't entered yet, they've all entered.
Sorry, Vic's being professional and shit.
What?
Nothing. Go on, crack on, love.
So we're going to
Roll
do the
it.
draw.
We're on 135 subscribers there, Vic. Like.
Not bad. Not bad.
For a failed reviewer.
So the draws for the V Pure Plus, the Caliburn G2, because I'm trying to get rid of the 30 billion pod kits I've still got in the fucking house. Pack of coils for
For
the
the future.
VT Plus, and of course from our other
tasted
wonderful
it.
sponsors. I've got some Onyx, and of course some Old Boy. Phenomenal juice, especially mouth to lung if you want tobacco, direct to lung if you want cherry bakewell, and that. That's all I'm fucking saying about that.
I thought he was going to put that serendipity reviewers box in as well because he's done fuck all with it. Yeah.
I've done half of it. I've done half of it. I'm doing the
Which
other-
half have you done?
I
The
can't
box.
remember
The box.
now. Half of it. Half
Look
of
at
it.
this.
And plus,
Hey.
technically, it wasn't actually a review because I won it.
Oh.
Do you remember the day when people used to win stuff and then review it anyway? I'm just saying.
I didn't, and I've never did that.
So, such a
You're lucky you're not fucking paying for the review, son, so calm down.
No, innit? Fucking hell.
I've still got the POD delivery of Vic in his tartan.
Oh, is he still wearing that?
Wearing what?
I always thought about, you know, when I obviously send him stuff as well. So you know, like them doily things that your mum used to put at toilet rolls.
Yep. I made sure it had been delivered. Check the POD. Nice pair of tartan Jimmy Jams.
I wasn't wearing Jimmy Jammies. I was in my shorts like I usually am.
It was his kilt.
Right,
Let's
I'm rolling
completely
this.
stereotype. He was stood there with his sporran out.
So I'll tell you what, this would be brilliant. So I'll tell you what, if Pugs does the Superman thing and then you can do a cartwheel.
Yeah, yeah. Whoever pulls it off flawlessly is the tallest.
They've won.
Yeah, and we'll both end up in hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, and you'll both be arguing. You'll both be in beds next to each other.
I'm tallest.
I'm taller.
Right, we're rolling this. The winner
Can you
is...
imagine that at nurse's station? Them fucking
Press
two
the button.
bitches are fucking arguing again.
I can't believe they
Booyah.
both asked for a 30-centimetre ruler.
Booyah!
Well, somebody just fucking phone Wonka.
See, fucking hell, that was quick. He answered already. So, but we all know who Booyah is. He's in the after shows all the time. So, he's already answered. Whoop, whoop. So
Wait a minute. How did they win that?
What?
What? How did they win?
It's
Nightbot
Nightbot. Look at
Well
chat.
done, well done, Dan.
Oh, I mean, that's
well done,
fucking
Dan.
lazy.
Wow.
But we don't do the fucking picture
This is
stuff.
why this is why you're the number 3 show.
No, it's why the three of us are lazy. We just do Nightbot and we let Nightbot do all the work so us three can keep chatting. We don't have a big fucking picture
also-
covering everybody.
Working
Well,
with how
Admin Ninja has already put in, congratulations, Booyah, to save Vic one finger typing his email address. Please email.
Victor.
Yo, Stu's back.
So
Nice to see
even
you, brother,
Stu-
with this
even
show,
Stuart
you
knows.
okay?
Stuart knows what a lazy fucker Vic is. He's done it for him.
This is
Fastest
why
finger
Stuart's got everything all hotkeyed for me because this is a laid back show. It's always been a laid back show. That's why it's the UK's.
There's a fine line between
Number
laid
one,
back
Judy,
and
baby.
lazy.
It's efficient. It's efficient.
Efficient.
Exactly, it's efficient. So you know
Oh,
what
you.
to do, Booyah. Just send me an email with your name, your address, victor@vapingvic.co.uk. You're in the UK. That means you're getting the liquid just fine, and customs won't stop it.
Hey, well done.
I had to, I had to send Wafdam the full range this week, and I sent it out to him. I can't even tell you the amount of fucking paperwork I had to fill out. I am very doubtful it's going to get to him.
How much was it?
He's in
35.
Australia.
44.
Fucking hell.
But I had to put it in as food flavorings. You have to, if you use DPD, you have to do product codes, custom codes.
Yeah.
You try finding a custom code for a handcrafted RTA stand.
You can't. You can't.
Fucking.
I normally put it as like essential oils.
Well, food flavorings was the easy one. The rest of it, keyring. Nothing to do with keyrings. I think it's gone through as an inflatable toy.
Did that t-shirt have imbued on it?
An inflatable
No, it's just straight. It was a straight black one with white.
No, was it?
So, again, years ago, I used to get stuff as car parts, you know, stuff that I was viewing.
Yeah, but they're wise to it. Nobody in customs is going to find a box now that says food flavourings. The first thing they're going to say is, that's e-liquid.
Oh, yeah, they are. They are.
That's Aidan. That's why Nelson Mandela had loads of stuff turn up at his house because I thought it said Nissan main dealer.
King of dad jokes. King of dad jokes.
So we're gonna wrap this up, fellas. Yeah, there's people asking for an after show. Okay, this is not gonna be a regular thing, the after show, by the way.
Yeah, if you don't do it, you'll fucking lose.
It's not gonna be a regular thing. I'm just saying. So let's go round for the goodbyes and stuff. Starting off with Adam.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Also, Spanners and Stuart. It is.
I'm not going to be able to say that. There's so many S's in it.
Absolutely on it with some of the held for review questions that never really mean anything other than you've put a swear word in there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us, and it's amazing to see everyone in chat. It's incredible. Lads, honestly, genuinely, it's been a pleasure having you on, and genuinely, all the best for Fluid. After trying it, I can see what the hype's all about, and it's a cracking brand. Fingers crossed for Future. That's
Thank you.
All I'm going to say. Lads, it's great casting with you as it always is. If you haven't already, head over to what's that behind you. I know it's not vape related, but it is a little bit of fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, good night.
That was Adam. On to Mr. Aiden.
Big love to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Big love to the Spanners for looking after us. Big love to these three lads. I've been the fortunate thing to be able to have a few beers with them. They are absolutely genuine, lovely family people as well. And I think the world of all three of you. You're an absolute bunch of stars. And I wish you so much. Honestly, all three of you, you deserve it. You deserve it. Fantastic liquid. You really are genuine people. All three of you. You don't get it very often in the vape community. And I've been lucky enough to spend time with all three of you. And I think you're absolutely fantastic. So I really wish you the stars. I hope you really hit everything you want to hit. You're wonderful people. Big love to you all. Make sure you're joining 3 Men and a Vape show next Wednesday. I think we're on Mickey Love's show as well on Monday. So come and join us there as well. Big love to you all and good nighter.
Nebs, over to you.
Thanks for having me on, all three of you. Appreciate it. Another excuse to shell Fluid. We always take the opportunity. Not like it needs it. I'm not being big-headed, but it's gone down great. me and Pugs, obviously, you don't know what it's going to be like in the market before you release. But we appreciate everybody's support because it's as much a community juice as it is a commercial juice, because without all the community, it wouldn't have done so well. So appreciate every one of you.
Mr. Mike.
Thank you for having us on. Thank you for having me on. I'm just the little guy in the background that is the little conduit between our lab.
The brains of the operation.
I suppose you could say
it doesn't work without him.
They'll never admit it.
Yeah,
You just did.
But yeah, thanks for having us on. It's been good. Thank you, chat. Lots of lovely questions. Well done, Booyah, for your win. Enjoy it, matey. You're gonna love that Fluid. And yeah, buy more.
Straight and simple. Pugs.
Wow, where's the start?
Just do another buffet. Just do a buffet again.
I'll tell you what. I'll do the stuff that I didn't mention before. No. On a serious note, it was only a matter of time before this show wanted some real stars on to make them see how it's done. You know.
Fucker.
You know, we like to slum it every now and then with the lower people. It just makes us feel more good about ourselves, I think, when you see these peasants doing this shit show.
After everything Aiden said, I was going to do the same, but I thought, I can't fucking do that. He did that on purpose. It was such a fucking glowing overall review of us. I was like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I've had some vodka, though. So, actually...
You want to try some Monster with that, son?
Do you know what I mean? Honestly, Aiden, get on this, mate.
It tastes like nuts.
It turns
you should know the taste.
It turns you into a right cunt.
I don't need that.
I reiterate what Aidan says. That's a big word, isn't it? When we've met these guys, we've had a blast, actually, at the Expo and stuff. Apart from Adam.
Yeah, this May.
Excellent.
So that'll be an experience that I'm not particularly looking forward to.
You get a good haircut.
Fuck off, you couldn't. I
It's
ain't got
gonna be
no
great, mate.
chinos that'll fit me. This year.
You know, it's going to be like the community has come together now. It's one big fucking family, and we love doing this kind of stuff together. It's all banter and bullshit, and we do love each other really. But thank you for getting us on tonight. It's been great. The fluid journey has only just started. Just keep following it, because we're as much in the dark as anybody else. We don't know where it's going to go. Apparently, Middle East at the minute. That's where it seems to be going, which is nice. Don't do that, mate. Just pour it in. Pour it in. Fuck that off.
There is one thing I forgot to mention. Vape around, if you could, please. I don't really need to go into specifics. You all know what it is.
If we did get any awards at all this soon on, then fuck me. That'd be, yeah, of course, cherry on the cake. It's taken off more than we ever thought it would. I mean,
cherry on the Bakewell.
Cherry on the nice.
Oh,
like
nice.
Nice.
Yes.
That was good.
You never know.
That was
Sweet
good.
Nirvana got the best third best fruit in the world.
So it would be lovely, to be honest. Just to, when you know people appreciate what you've done. That's
Not quite heavy.
You're there, aren't you? You're there.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, and please come and join us. Fuck off, mate. Come and join us this Saturday, because we've got Death Wish on. We've got Gary and Ams.
Yeah.
So that's always a good show when they're on, because they're great guests. And I'm going to extend that, because yes, we've done this, but now you need to come and do ours.
Yes.
Well, all three of us.
So we need to sort that out.
Yeah,
All
all
three.
three. All three.
Oh, that'll
At
be
night,
fun.
when all three of you are free.
Yeah.
To do that.
That'll be
It's
fun.
not a
That'd be
one-way
great, yeah.
street, fellas. You know what I mean? Come and see how it's really done. And thank you very much. And come and join the after show. What? Man, come and join the after show, and we're going to be drinking for another probably hour or so. Yeah, order that.
Yep, because old men like Pugs needs to go to bed early.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Really, Joe.
that is it for episode 362. Big thanks to Mr. Mike, Mr. Nick, and Mr. Pugs for popping into the show. Again, if you want to get your hands on some fluid, don't worry, Bunny, I'm putting the link in after I've shut up. If you want to get your hands on some fluid, Vape Gems, Net Reality runs that, and of course you've got Vape and Brew. Bunny runs that as well. That's 2 shops out of hundreds almost that you can get your hands on some fluid. It's been an absolute what?
And I fancy one.
Oh, and I fancy. Fucking sorry, Mike. Sorry, and I fancy one. You can get it from there as well. It's been an
Nick,
absolute.
also, what Facebook group should they be joining?
UK VCA.
UK
And Fluid
VCA.
Vapor Co. Yeah, all of them, all the groups.
All of
Yeah,
them.
all
Steam Pugs.
UK VCA, make sure you get yourselves over there, people.
Anyway, that is it for this show. We will be back next week at the usual time. Remember, 8 o'clock, because there's still people that's popping in at 9 thinking the show still starts at 9, and no, it's 8
Like
o'clock. Big thanks to the spanners, big thanks to everyone in chat, and a big thanks to Stuart for popping the links and all that. And that is the Zoom link if you want to pop into the after show. I'll be around for another hour and a half or so. That's it from us. We will see you all next week, and don't forget to tune in to the Saturday show this coming Saturday with Death Wish, and of course also the proper show on Friday. Can't forget about the proper show on Friday. That's it from us. We will-
Fucking good show, you know.
No John this week.
Good show.
I think Hanky's running it, so
Oh God, Hanky's running. It's going to be a fucking train wreck. Just saying, it's going to be a train wreck. Anyway, that's it from us. We will see you all next week. Bye.
Catch you later.
Chris Flat.
Big juicy balls.